crushed by the craven, torn apart by the greedy, weakened and exposed, forever on the defense. But no longer.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Legendary Lords Tournament Group B. Now as far as today's groups go, we do have Azhag up in the top left, Drycha in the top right, Repanse on the bottom. As you guys saw initially, I made a mistake on the thumbnail. I thought it was Lewin, but it is Repanse. And Tretch is going to be the fourth and final Lord. So I know a lot of people have been asking, where's Tretch Craventail? Where's the Dark Lord himself? Where hath he been? Well, he emerges from his den. Clan Rictus rises from the ashes once more to take war to some very powerful lords. Now, as far as the overall power level of these lords go, definitely Drycha, probably one of the strongest lords in the pod in terms of just overall, efficiency as a character. Probably Azhag coming in second, Repanse third, and Tretch would be fourth if you guys just want kind of a topical power level. But again, if you put someone like, Soothsayer on a really bad lord, he'd probably still advance, right? Because of his control and just his overall skill. So any lord really has a chance, and all the players playing in this pod, they're all great players, so you guys are in for a treat indeed. You love everybody in this group? Yeah, this is a really fun group, actually. Certainly lords that you don't see often. Drycha you do see, not quite as much as like Orion and, maybe even just the basic Glade Lord with Brave and Othrama, but you still see Drycha a fair amount. You almost never see Repanse. Tretch is obviously just a meme. And Azhag is, you see him every now and then. I've seen him in the Greenskin versus Empire matchup from time to time. He's very good at killing Volkmar. And yeah, he can do some work. He can do some work. I'm doing great. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for asking. Is Tretch anti-large? Yes, but he doesn't have good armor piercing. So even if he's like fighting a big armored target, he kind of just like tickles the pickle. And he has really high melee defense and is actually surprisingly tanky for what he is. But like even still, like if his HP pool isn't that big, he can still take a lot of burst damage. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. So Tretch is anti-meta. Well, I know who you guys want to win. Obviously, it's quite clear here. So we'll load into the first game of the day. Let's pull up that bad boy and get it started. Thanks again. Yeah, I re-uploaded the Faction War. Yeah, so you guys can go watch that now. It's up on the old YouTube channel if you guys missed it before. Have we had Hellebron yet? I don't know if we have. I feel like we haven't. We'll get to that group though eventually. We're making our way through. So the first battle of the day is going to be Ben the Barman, representing Tretch Craventail, facing off against Croissant Bird of Clan ODM. So we do have QSA versus ODM here. Two meme lords going to battle. Granted, the meme lord that probably is a little bit stronger, of course, is going to be Repanse, but not by much. Not by much. So Ben the Barman is playing Skaven, and Repanse is playing by Croissant Bird. Yes. That is that. Yeah, he has 70 melee defense, but like 3k HP. Yeah, so like, you know, like Spirit Leeches, other effects. Honestly, you just ignore Tretch. He's just like, he literally does nothing. He usually gets caught in like a blob of infantry and just kind of gets karate chopped, and that's that. So yeah, we'll just give it another minute here. Let some folks gather, and we'll get into the first game. Yeah, I love Aerosmith. Actually, I remember the first time I heard Aerosmith would have been 2002 or 3. We were basically, it was before a high school football game. And I'd never heard them before. Well, I probably on the radio growing up, but you know, it didn't really like register with me. And then my football coach put on Dream On by Aerosmith, and I was just like, oh my god, I was like hooked. Then I went and like, you know, looked up some other songs. Another one I really like by Aerosmith is Jaded. I think that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I like Aerosmith for sure. Yeah, brings back fond memories. Ben the Barman says Tretch is so strong. Well, you know, you might be a little bit biased there, bud. You are representing the mighty Tretch. But, you know, winning with Tretch, I think you should get like an achievement in the game. Like if you defeat another equally skilled player with Tretch, you deserve an achievement. Yeah. I know. Welcome, Valkyrie. You finally caught a stream. Yeah. It's going to be good. Storm Vermin we must see. Will we be seeing Drycha with Codil? No. Campaign units are banned. Because they're not balanced very well. Some of them are okay. Like, honestly, there's some campaign units you could probably add and it wouldn't really be a big deal at all for some factions, but there's some that are just super oppressive, and Codil being one of them. He's disgusting. He has a spell that's like a Spirit Leech, but it also instantly lowers your vigor to like 0. So it's just like dunks on enemy lords. Yeah. You listen to other rock bands? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know, one of the bands I really liked back when I was in ye old high school days was Chevelle. And they were kind of like, I don't even know what I would categorize them at, but they're pretty heavy rock for sure. But Chevelle actually just put out a new album, or a couple singles from a new album that's coming out soon. And man, I've been really enjoying it. Yeah, Chevelle was great. They sang like The Red and The Clincher and like Send the Pain Below. Yeah, that was one of my favorite bands in high school. But yeah, I love like old rock too, like Metallica. Probably one of my favorite bands of all time. I like Foo Fighters a lot. Nine Inch Nails is another one. I mean, we could go on forever. Soundgarden, Audioslave. Soundgarden's one of my favorites, hands down. Anything with Chris Cornell is just amazing. Rest in peace there. Yeah, it's a fun tournament. A pre-made army tournament. Yeah, I might do that someday. That's kind of that's like basically what Lore Master of Sotek does with his tabletop army. So I don't want to, you know, intrude there, but you know, maybe I'll do one with him someday. That would be cool. It's like a super Liber Bubonicus describing Codil's Drain. Yeah, it's very strong. All right. Now, guys, let us go ahead and load in here. We are going to go to the first battle. Thank you all for joining. It's a pleasure seeing you all. And we are going to be casting Tretch Craventail the Dreadlord facing off against Repanse. And she's coming in with Henry Le Massif as well. So we got the massive one. We have the mountain that rides over here for the Bretonnian forces. And for the Skaven battle line, it's going to be Skaven slaves, and pretty much just Skaven slaves, because that's all that most Skaven players really do. So in total, we got 4 of those. Rat Ogres on either side. You pretty much need Rat Ogres to fight Bretonnian cavalry. Head to head, they get annihilated, right? If they take a charge against Knights of the Realm, absolute disaster. But what you do with these guys is you buffer them with Skaven Slave Spears. So if your spears are getting charged, you know, your Skaven Slaves, you countercharge with Rat Ogres, and then they have like the HP of these Skaven Slaves to really kind of protect them. Poison Wind Mortars in the back, obviously a staple. You should pretty much always not leave home without one. Quite good against Peasant Archers and Battle Pilgrims, things like that. We got Council Guard, a Plague Claw Catapult, which I think is a really cool tech piece here, really going in on killing the Archers, and Warp Lightning Cannon as well. Kazran Chevalier, thank you for the $5 donation. Just wanted to send a small thanks for helping me make the jump into AOS model collecting and painting. Hey, cheers, man! Right on. Welcome to the addiction. That's what I like to say to people who get lured into Warhammer, whether it be fantasy, AOS, or 40k. It's a lot of fun. What faction are you playing, by the way? Yeah, be quite curious to hear that. So the next Chaos roster, Michaela, will probably be tomorrow. I'm going to record it tonight, get it edited, and then tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow or Monday at the latest. We're going to be doing a Tzeentch one. So Tzeentch is next. I've been researching the lore a little bit and doing all that sort of good stuff. So yes, this is the Skaven army. A lot of artillery for sure. Rat Ogres, Hellpit Abomination, and Tretch Craventail, of course, is sitting in the center of the formation. Now for the Chevaliers, we do have peasant mobs all across the sunset. Backed by men-at-arms, backed by peasant archers. This is like cookie cutter Bretonnia, right? Like, don't bring good infantry, bring archers, and just swarm them with cav. So we have Knights of the Realm across the board, questing knights as well. Interesting tech piece. One questing knight. I wonder why he did that. Maybe I think it's there to deal with like a wild doom build. So let's say like a wild doom build appeared, right? Knights of the Realm don't kill them super quick, but a questing knight does have good AP and can certainly trade well there. So we have Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis, we have a Damsel of Life, and we do also have Henry Le Massif and Repanse. Quite cool indeed. Let's get this battle started and have some fun. Yes, I did see the Diablo 2 remastered. I'll definitely play that on the channel, as long as it's, you know, true enough to the old game. I'll give it a try, you know. I love Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I do play it with one of my close friends from my childhood, and yeah. So when that comes out, we'll give it a whirl. And I will give Diablo 4 a college try. I'm very skeptical on pretty much anything Blizzard puts out nowadays. But, you know, I'll give it a try. I'm not going to be, you know, turn my nose up to it. I'll at least, you know, maybe play it a little bit. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so Warp Lightning Cannon shoot again, getting some decent value so far. Blasting the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis, also hammering the Damsel with a little bit of 2-for-1 value right there. And the Plague Claw Catapults and Mortars just kind of singing into the Bretonnian formation. The Men-at-Arms getting pounded pretty good. I would imagine the Mortars will either switch onto the Peasant Archers or onto some of these more expensive Knights in a moment, as the Warp Lightning Cannon. Ooh, pretty unfortunate there. Yeah, you can see the Warp Lightning Cannon, though it can kind of draw line of sight, it's getting hit in the hill here, which, you know, the Skaven really need to maximize their value from these pieces here. But man, really unfortunate artillery RNG so far. That Plague Claw Catapult missed every shot. And then from here, okay, that makes up for it. The Mortar, like, hits instantly. And that, you know, pretty much routs off the peasants. One mortar shot almost breaks their leadership, which is pretty crazy for sure. Mortars are so damn powerful. Catapult still going in, getting some work in. It looks like the Bretonnian Knights thinking about charging in, but the Clan Rat Spears are braced. So they are going to be mitigating the charge bonus. They won't take much damage. And a nice countercharge here by the Skaven. Going to be rushing in with the Rat Ogres to charge the Knights of the Realm, and you'll see a big burst of damage as the Ogres do make impact. So that's what I'm talking about by using like Chaff, Clan Rats, different things like that to buffer your formations. Now in the center we do get Rat Summons, so the Skaven Slaves right in the center of the formation are broken off, and this is a little bit scary for the Skaven. There's a big opening here. Potentially these Clan Rats could be broken pretty quickly, and then there could be a big rush right through the middle. But so far, all the Warp Lightning Cannons and all that goodness are online, but they've been obstructed for quite some time for sure. And are they going to Warp Lightning Cannon? It looks like they are. Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis, though, dodging those shots like Neo from the Matrix and getting in there on those Clan Rat Spears. Hellpit Abomination waddling through the barrier there of the Warp Lightning Cannon, now engaging. So there's no Mortis Engine here. So Skaven, of course, not having to worry about the Fey Enchantress, considering in this Legendary Lord tournament, you know who your opponent's Lord is going to be. But up in the center, it's getting very, very messy. Some Knights are getting in here. Questing Knights appear to be charging into Ogres, but there are Spears here as well. So honestly, this will probably be a decent trade for old Ogres, and the Clan Rat Spears also trading pretty efficiently here. Mortars being shut down, though. Certainly nice for Bretonnia. Takes a lot of pressure off their rallying archers. So as like archers and different tools do come back here in the backfield, they're not going to have to worry as much about being pounded by these Skaven mortars, assuming they can actually be finished off. Now the Hellpit Abomination getting the business. Oh, look at this Repanse, the Iron Lady, getting in there with Shield of Thorns and really putting a serious hurt on this Hellpit Abomination. Oh man, that thing is pretty disgusting. But yeah, look at this. Repanse doing a shit ton of damage and basically taking nothing back with that Shield of Thorns and her melee defense of 66, really holding firm against the 42 melee attack. Granted, there is a bonus versus large factored in there, but Repanse really doing quite well. Also, Henri Le Massif is in there, so he has anti-large, really dedicated anti-large, and Henry is able to get some huge damage on the Hell Pit. So the 2v1 Bretonnian hero squad here seems to be doing quite nice. Now, Plague Claw Catapult's still online. Warp Lightning Cannon is offline. Most likely, the Bretonnians do have a bit of a surround, and you can see the Haggard Lord himself, Tretch Craventail. He is the definition of Haggard. He's getting in there and just basically doing nothing. This is what Tretch usually does. If this was Skrulk, there would be AoEs going down, Rod of Corruption, summons coming down. He shanks like 1 or 2 knights, which is cute, but you know, if this was Throt, he'd be summoning Rat Ogres and getting terror routes on the peasants, but no, Tretch is just going to sit there and yeah, do not a whole lot, just kind of hanging out. And this is like what always happens to Tretch. He just gets stuck in infantry and does like nothing. It's always a disappointment. And it's not user arrow. There's not a whole lot Ben the Barman can do about that other than just kind of waddle after a different target. But that is the fate of Tretch. So Plague Claw Catapult online for now. Hell Pit Abomination and Tretch, as well as the Plague Priest coming over here, might be able to kind of salvage this situation. But there are some peasant mobs coming in as well. Balance of Power is really even. This game is actually pretty much dead even at this point. Without the Mortis Engine effect and the Feign Chantress, it's actually going to be surprisingly tough to kill the Council Guard. You're going to have to deal with them the old-fashioned way, which is just bump and grind. And, you know, if you are going to kind of say some positives about Tretch here, one of the things would... Ben the Barman in chat, I wish Tretch had been a naked Gracier. Yeah. One of the positive things about Tretch that we can say, if I am forced to say something nice about him, is that in the very late game, if he is able to stand with his Council Guard and, you know, just be an anchor there, that's going to be really tough for the Bretonnians to deal with for sure. And the Hell Pit Abomination is also quite healthy, but there's a lot of Peasant Archers coming back, and this could be the deciding factor. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 Peasant Archers. The Plague Claw Catapult ripping a couple shots here in the final stages of the game. Ooh, nice shot there from the Hell Pit Abomination, really putting a hurt on Henri Le Massif. But the Hell Pit Abomination itself is now being focused by what appears to be two or three Peasant Archers and a shit ton of Bretonnian Knights. Look at him going in! And man, that is a lot of stopping power. This Hell Pit Abomination needs to get back to its Council Guard. And yeah, like it 100% would want to be standing on these Elite Halberds. And it might be able to get back. If this Skaven still have some summons, that could probably help save it. Really nice tech here by Ben by bringing the Warlock Engineer, because that does actually give you a Mortis Engine. So I was wrong. There actually is a Mortis Engine on the battlefield, but the Mortis Engine effect of the Warp Shard armor is able to hit all these Knights. And the Skaven look to be holding pretty comfortably here. But the Hell Pit Abomination really is close to death here. Those Archers coming back. There's no Mortars, there's no Catapults, there's no Wolf Rats. So there's nothing really to pressure this Archer line. And now that very expensive Hell Pit Abomination is dead. It is down for the count. Henri Le Massif able to get a blow in there before he retreats from the Council Guard. But it looks like a Plague Monk Summon Warlock Engineer coming in as well. Henry could be in some trouble. The Mountain Knight Rides could crumble as the Warlock Engineer comes in, and he does take an unfortunate attack animation, and now is getting attacked by the armor-piercing rod of that Warlock Engineer. Henry's wavering. Balance of Power is dead even, though. This is a razor-close game here. We have the Council Guard, we have summons, the Plague Priest is pretty healthy, Tretch Craventail still anchoring this. This is clearly an absolute scrap here in this particular battle. It's always awesome to see people kind of having to work with odd things, right? Like strange lords or you know, suboptimal lords more specifically, and see how they can be used and how efficient they can truly be. So Repanse, let's go and check her value while we're kind of hanging out. Repanse probably got some decent value, I would imagine. Only 391, so most of the damage on that Hell Pit Abomination must have come from Henry. And it looks like Henry did get broken off or trapped or killed. I think he actually got taken out in this blob fight. And now the Skaven have to waddle through the fire and brimstone. So what I would imagine the Bretonnians will do is just kind of fan out, and that's probably the smart play. You just get your archers, you run in a couple directions, you crossfire. The Skaven are very slow. Council Guard right now when poisoned only have 29 speed. And just snipe out the Council Guard. If you could just use all your ammunition to kill the Council Guard, I'm pretty sure Repanse with proper cycle charging can handle Tretch, no problem. She does have her items too. Or at least one of the items is Sword of Line S, so that's going to be quite nasty for sure. But Tretch is going, man. He's a little bit behind on the Bounce of Power, but there's still 3 Skaven characters here. We have Tretch, the Plague Priest, and the Warlock Engineer, all of whom are, you know, somewhat formidable in their own right. The Plague Priest, I think, does do some decent damage and also has a Contaminate effect, so Discourage. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, sniping the Council Guard, 100% the right choice. Bretonnia just going to be fanning out his archers, kind of running in each direction. There are some knights kind of waiting in the wings, so you can see Bretonnia does have a fair amount, but there still is also a Mortis Engine effect. So if Bretonnia does have to blob, there probably still will be some Council Guard. All these Skaven characters are going to be having Guardian as well, because the Council Guard, of course, give Guardian. And now you can see the good old RTS fanning out tactics, and Skaven don't really have much of a choice. They pretty much just have to chase, and they do catch some archers eventually. So here they come. Peasant archers getting shanked by Tretch and the boys, the crew of crews. Oh, look at Tretch getting in there with the big old overhand chop. And these guys look like they're going to be running for the hills. The Archer Fire continues to rain in. Council Guard getting very bare bones. 43 models, but their HP is sub 1,000. And now it looks like Bretonnia feels comfortable to charge in here. So defenders of Fleur de Lis going to be going in, hammering these unbraced rats. And will the Skaven characters be able to fight? No, Henry did get taken out in the blob. Somebody in chat was asking. He was in the blob fight over there, and he did get trapped and taken out. So that certainly gave the Skaven a good fighting chance here. Now, 27 Council Guard. Cool thing about Council Guard in this situation is that you just need one. All you need is one Council Guard to be there, and it will be giving the Guardian effect. And yeah, the Bretonnian Knights that charged in paid the price. Ammunition running a little bit low here, but I don't know. Even though the bounce power is Bretonnian favored, the Skaven still do have some stopping power here for sure. They're all exhausted though, and leadership could become an issue. Like if the Skaven characters do get fully surrounded, I can see that becoming a pretty substantial problem, right? And just routing, even if they're healthy. Tretch's base leadership, I'm not sure. He's sitting at 66 right now. Plague Priest is back up to 64, 55. So they're kind of fluctuating as they're shot with different arrows and things like that. So Council Guard got 9 models left. Bretonnia has been doing a very good job wearing down those little rats, and only the Council of 9. Oh, there's 9 left. It's a sacred number, right, for the Council, isn't it? Isn't there 9? Isn't like the number 9 significant to Skaven? I know like 7 is for Nurgle. Each of them kind of has their own thing, but we will see. So Tretch and the boys able to clean them out, and the archer is going to be using the last of their ammunition to finish off the Council Guard. There's only 3 left. They might as well be hero characters, and yeah, you can see those Council Guard are being picked apart. The brave albino rats going down. One by one, they're picked off. The last of the Council Guard. He might as well be a hero now. He's pretty much the same size, but he gets it like a champ. Very well played to that poor Council Guard. He fought like an absolute hero of his people. Now, Tretch and the Plague Priest and the Warlock Engineer going for Repanse. This is pretty much all the Skaven can do. They can only chase, and Repanse stays and anchors and fights, and she takes it well. Mortis Engine Effect coming in, but the big surround from the Bretonnians is upon us. Now, question being, do the Skaven have any summons? But yeah, look at the leadership of the Skaven. I think that's going to be the big problem, right? And the standard die does keep them going. And is there a summon? There is a Clan Rat summon, which is incredibly strong. Repanse is getting in there. It looks like she's done some good damage. What Repanse wants to do here is basically pick off the weak characters, like the Plague Priest and the Warlock Engineer, because she's got a huge bonus for his infantry, and it looks like she was able to. The Duel of Duels! This is what this tournament's all about, baby! Tretch versus Repanse fighting amongst Clan Rats and Bretonnian Knights. The shit's flying everywhere. There's rats flying. There's Warlock Engineers flying, and Tretch, I think, is just getting knocked over and over again. But Repanse is healthy. Skaven are pretty much army lost because Repanse killed the other side characters. And then Tretch is just, you know, he's Tretch. He's not really going to do anything. So, GG, well played. Quite an awesome scrap there for the first game. 13 is Skaven. That's right. Yeah, I don't know why. It's the Council of 13. I'm stupid. I just ate so much bacon that, like, my brain isn't working. Just, oh, it was so good. So this morning for breakfast, I made some breakfast potatoes with bacon and onions and garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of Worcester sauce. It's so freaking good. I ate so much that my brain is like barely functioning right now. There you have it, guys. It's a fix. How could Tretch lose? Well, Tretch tried his heart out for sure. And, you know, the Skaven army was solid. You know, really it just came down to the Lord being pretty inefficient for sure. Couple things. Let's see. Yeah, the Warplaning Cannon was obstructed for a lot of the fight, which is pretty unfortunate there. The Plague Claw Catapult was certainly a weak link. It's like the mortars are just better in every single way. You know, it's kind of a shame. I guess you get more range, so you can do a little bit more kind of ranged harass and punishment. But yeah, the Plague Claw Catapult, maybe if the Hell Pit Abomination had been stacked on the council, because it took about 40% HP damage from the Knights when it was exposed. Maybe if it hadn't taken that and the Peasants had to use more ammo to kill it, the Council Guard could have lived and changed the game. But, you know, it's all what ifs. Who knows? Ben played very well, considering he had to use Tretch for sure. And, yeah, Repanse did pretty good. Henry about 700. And, yeah, the Knights of Bretonnia really, the Peasant Archers probably carried the day to an extent. Yeah, some of them 1,000 value there, 800 value. It was some serious stuff for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure, I listened to Nirvana. Yeah. Like, Nirvana's like, yeah. I don't know. I'm like, there's probably like 5 or 6 Nirvana songs I really like a lot. But aside from that, you know, I don't know if I'd like listen to their whole albums like all the way through. Like, but yeah, like there's a couple like About a Girl, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Something in the Way is a really good song too. Smells Like Teen Spirit is like what is the other one that I really like? Yeah, I'm just like totally out of it. But yeah, I used to listen to them a little bit in high school for sure. I remember seeing them on MTV when I was a wee lad. Like their music videos being played, yeah. It's pretty fun. Yeah, the Galahad, the new Age of Sigmar models that were announced today, what I liked most about them is it kind of is a welcoming sight for Warhammer Fantasy Old World coming back. If they do the models like in that style and quality, I think the Old World could be pretty awesome for sure. Is that true, Optimus Pine? Yeah. Yeah, what other one? Yeah, Lithium. But yeah, I think that's the name of the album. Yeah, it's been a while. In Bleach, yeah, Come As You Are. Yeah, thank you. The Man Who Sold the World. Like, all those songs are great, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Nirvana's great. Heart-Shaped Box is amazing, too. I always really like Soundgarden a lot, though. Yeah, Soundgarden was always, like, one of my favorite 90s bands. There's something about Chris Cornell's voice that just, like, it really was just so epic. Probably one of my favorite, like, songs of the 90s in general was Fell on Black Days by Soundgarden. If you haven't heard that, I would recommend checking it out. Fell on Black Days. I also really like Alice in Chains. Rooster is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Man in the Box is obviously very good. Man in the Box is like their equivalent of like of Smells Like Teen Spirit, right? It's like the really mainstream hit, but it's very good. But yeah, listen to Rooster by Alice in Chains. It's so damn good. Yeah, Rooster is amazing. Alice in Chains has some great songs for sure. I think the singer passed away in the 90s, but they did find they had a new singer come in and do pretty well. Audioslave was so good. Yeah, I loved Audioslave. I listened to them a lot in high school. Fall Out Boy, not really. Wasn't my jam. I mean, there's a couple songs if I hear it on the radio, I'm like, oh, it's pretty catchy, but it wasn't like necessarily my my genre there. Yeah. All right, guys, that is it. Tretch 0-1, Bretonia 1-0. So now, my friends, we'll load on to the next battle here. So let's go ahead and get the holder graphic while we prepare the next one. I hear your Nickelback rocks. You know, that's the thing. Like, it's really fun to shit on Nickelback. It's like it's super fun, but deep down, hey, we have a new member coming in, I think. Yeah, sorry I missed that from Angel Palazon Sanchez. I probably mangled your name. I'm so sorry, and hell, I'm really sorry about it, but thank you so much for becoming a member. I do appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the Dukes of Haggard. May Palpatine we'll get you a nice laugh for your efforts there, and welcome you to the crew. You know deep down that you have like enjoyed a Nickelback song. I enjoy some Nickelback songs. Like, I'll put it on as a joke to make my wife laugh. You know, I'll put on like look at the Photograph or Rockstar, and I'll be like, Anna, don't you love Nickelback? And then like, you know how normally if you play a song as a joke, you turn it off like after like 30 seconds. You're like, all right, the joke's over. I rickrolled them. You know, I got them with something funny. But in this case, I let it keep going. I let it keep going because, you know, my boy Chad Kroger there, he knows how to rock it for sure. Creed with our arms wide open. Yeah, you're taking me back to the 90s now. Okay. Escape and Chevaliers. We did that one. Very cool. So the next game here is we're going to have the other two factions, which we haven't seen yet. It's going to be the Bone Rattlers, a.k.a. Azhag, facing off against Drycha. So we're going to load into this. Look at this graph. Yeah, oh my god, the Nickelback memes. But, I mean, I can enjoy a Nickelback song for sure. Like, I have no shame. You fully believe I love K-pop? I don't know anything about K-pop. The first time I ever heard K-pop music was, let's see. Would have been like 2011. So yeah, that would have been like 10 years ago. So what? I would have been like 22. I went to go get my haircut at a hair salon, and it was like the owner was Korean, and there was like a big screen TV in front of where I was getting my haircut, and he was like blasting K-pop, and I was like, whoa, this is some really like you know, I didn't mind it for sure, but I had never heard it before. It's a very different thing, right? So it was that was the first time I ever heard it. Yeah, play the whole album as a joke. I know. Oh yeah, for sure. I love me some Nickelback though. Yeah, but I remember when I was in high school, like I knew of a lot of people who like liked Nickelback, but like they wouldn't say it publicly. It was like just this kind of like, you know, unsung, like a Nickelback song would come on and like nobody would want to change it, but you just kind of look at the other people and be like, all right, there's this unspoken Nickelback alliance here. We're not going to say we like it, but we're gonna, because in high school, you know, you care about those things. But yeah. All right, guys, that's enough. Enough ranting about music. Let's have some fun. So this is going to be Drycha, led by Aristodemos, facing off against Showtime, who's playing Azhag. Of course, we've seen Showtime performing super well in tournaments and certainly acing it out. Now, here we do have Deepwood Scouts. There's going to be 3 of those. We have the Glade Riders here and here. We have Drycha as well, and a fair amount of archers, even some Way Watchers back here. We have Wild Riders, which are pretty good against Greenskins. They can certainly hammer the infantry, chase things off, and do some solid work for sure. We have Dryads across the whole battle line, Wild Riders, and some Eternal Guard. Now for the Forces of Showtime, a pretty big skirmishing corps. This is very standard in the Greenskin versus Wood Elf showdown. Probably the most efficient unit is the Forest Goblin Spider Rider. Not only can it chase down archers and be disruptive in the back line, it's also quite good in melee, and it can also counter skirmish. Forest Goblin Spider Riders are amazing. Amazing for sure. And for the battle line, we got some Stone Trolls, some Orc Boys. Biggins as well are very much a staple in this matchup. So you can see there's 2 Biggins, 2 Stone Trolls. And then over here in the forest, we have a shit ton of Spider Riders, as well as the Durkid Swighoppers. So very cool army here. Relatively meta, like Spider Rider focused. The only thing, sometimes you don't see Stone Trolls brought, you just see more Biggins in their place. But Stone Trolls can be quite disruptive for sure. They have good mass, they can block things up. They pack some punch, and they enjoy themselves. They enjoy themselves for sure. So a little bit of skirmishing going down. The Deepwood Scouts trying to rip some shots into the Spider Riders, but Spider Riders just kind of fall back and enjoy their life. And here comes the Orc Boys. Now, the Orc Boys are shielded, so shooting them isn't necessarily the most effective use of your time. Spirit Leech going down from Azhag. Interestingly enough, he chooses to Spirit Leech the Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips. I suppose he doesn't know about the Wild Riders yet, or maybe they're not in range. I would certainly think he would try and nail down the Wild Riders, because without the Wild Riders, they could really press in super hard. Now here in the front, we do have the Forest Goblin Spider Riders pushing in, but a really cool Dryad summon, actually. We'll see, though, if it follows up and ends up being strong. They will be able to fight the Orc Boys at the very least. So Drycha does use the Dryad summon here to block up the Spider Riders. Those Dryads will now pile in and fight the Orc Boys. And right here, we do actually get the Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips, absorbing the charge and a nice volley of those Deepwood Scouts here. Really well played there by Aristodemos. He shoots in and gets a beautiful volley on those Orc Biggins while Drycha continues to fall back. And Spider Riders might actually break off the battlefield. It looks like Wild Riders going to be hunting here. They're very fast, 85 speed, and they do get a nice charge and hammer those Spider Riders down. So far, the Wood Elves appear to be coming off to a pretty damn strong start. However, this is where the Revenge of the Sith comes into play, as the Durkid Swighoppers and a ton of Spider Riders do start to envelop the Wood Elf army. There are a couple formations of spears, but obviously the Wood Elves are going to have a good time while the missiles are doing work, but once the crumping begins and they get into the front line with their troops, that's where things can get a little bit messy. So the Dryad reserves are sent in to fight the Goblins. We got Dryads fighting Orc Boys, which they will win that fight, but it looks like the Goblins should be able to pull this fight out here. These Arwar Goblins are very effective with their poison. Well, that's hard to say. They also have a very high model count. Now, Deepwood Scouts, Waywatchers still ripping shots, able to punish those Spider Riders. Now it looks like they've switched on to the Stone Trolls. This is certainly a strong target here because they're very close to the edge of the battlefield. So if you can shoot into the Stone Trolls, rout them off right away, that is a massive, massive victory. Now in the backfield, it looks like a big engagement. Now, honestly, the Greenskins here probably could turn and fight. Like Spider Riders charge here, you surround on both ends and countercharge and like drag them down with poison. And I think the Greenskins do realize that they actually have the advantage here in this fight. And now they're going to be turning around. It's pretty funny. It's like, there's someone, you're chasing like a big boss and then it realizes it can fight you and turns around. But yeah, Greenskins have gotten Orc Boys into the spear line. The archers are getting a little bit cramped. Biggins are making their way through, and the Stone Trolls able to absolutely destroy these freaking Wild Riders. Holy shit, those Stone Trolls went to Poundland. Now, or Pound Stretcher, whatever you guys want to say, something in that vein. So now the Stone Trolls are moving in. The wall does resound in the valley, and now, it was looking very strong, but the Greenskins have really corralled this Wood Elf army to an extent. The Wild Riders, of course, holding their own, but, this is the problem. Wild Riders, I find, don't trade super well against Spider Riders. Of course, they win one-on-one, but from a cost perspective, I find that the Greenskins usually win that. And now these Wild Riders are getting broken off. These other ones are poisoned, so even if they try and run, they're going to have a bad time. And Showtime getting some really nice shots with his Spider Riders here in the back against them and doing his thing. Now, Spider Riders do dive in on the Deepwood Scouts, probably a good idea. They're surprisingly hard to kill, and from here, it's going to tie down 3 units of archers. This is probably spelling the doom here for Drycha. I don't see Drycha coming back from this situation. 3 Deepwood Scouts just being hammered like that, because the Greenskin front line is heavily favored, right? Like, Biggins are just going to go full just beast mode here and chop through these Eternal Guard like butter. And the Stone Trolls here, they obviously pack a pretty massive punch, and yeah, they're just like stomping through these things, just not giving any shits. The Honey Badgers, man. And now they're moving in, going for the back line. Those Deepwood Scouts are very, very corralled here. And I think there's Waywatchers in there too. Oh, look at the little Fanatics going down. The Fanatics crushing those Elves. Brutal damage. That one Fanatic ball just massacred all the remaining Dryads and Eternal Guard. Beautiful Fanatic there by your boy Showtime. And now Drycha is fighting Footzag. So Footzag is going in. And yeah, he was giving Drycha the business as well. You can see Footzag is such a cool character. Look at him here. And that's going to be a victory for the Greenskins here in this match. GG, well played. So Drycha just wants to drink coffee. Yeah, that's probably why she's so upset. She hasn't gotten her, caffeine fix. That was a really good, yeah, 100% agree with you. Yeah, emo hippie. It was a very nice surround for sure. He was patient. He got a full surround and then he collapsed. He didn't like rush in piecemeal. He was just really disciplined with his engagement. Yeah, that was great. I love that. Footzag 500 value. Yeah, really, it's just like the Spider Riders and all that stuff did great. And the big ones are surprisingly tough to kill, actually. Yeah, and this is what always happens. I, too, like to use Wild Riders in this matchup, but I'm always disappointed, and I find they do not get anywhere close to getting their value back. What I've done is downgraded to using Glade Riders, and then just, like, support them with other, like, Sisters of Thorn and things like that. But, yeah, GG, well played. The Crumpin' has begun. So right now, currently the two factions that are winning in this group stage, we have the Bone Rattlers and Azhag and Showtime, who are both, he's 1-0, Repanse is 1-0, and Tretch and Drycha are currently 0-1. So that is the current kind of state of this pod, this group, and now we'll be moving forward here in just a hot moment. I wouldn't be surprised if Creative Assembly put in like an army painter for game 3. I really wouldn't be surprised. Like a really simplistic one, but I think it'd still be cool. Yeah. Stone Trolls are so good. Stone Trolls are so good. So good and tasty. All right, so let's go ahead here and prepare our next match of the day. I think I know what the people want to see. I'm sure they want to see some Craven's Hail, so we can get some Tretch action. Although I think what we'll do is... Okay, so let's make sure we did this. We haven't done that one yet. We've done this. So now we can do Drycha versus... I'm trying to think what we want to do. What match we want to do next. So many choices. Yo, Turin, what made you choose YouTube and not Twitch? Because in the beginning, Freddie, I didn't stream in the very, very early days. I didn't really, I had no experience with it. I just started making videos. So that's, YouTube's thing, right? So basically, I just kind of got set here, developed, little situation here. And then, yeah, just decided to stay. That's that. It was always Tretch's intention to be losing at this point. He fights better when he's losing. That's true, actually. That's very true. That is very true indeed. So now we can do Drycha versus the Bretonnians. So Drycha coming back with some hard wood, preparing to fight the Chevaliers. It'll be interesting to see if Drycha and Repanse end up going fisticuffs here in this battle. Tretch's plan is to tactically withdraw. That's true. Always has been. Could I do a Vampire Coast battle? Yeah, maybe after the group stages. Yeah, sure. Hey, Friday Night Man. Appreciate that. And thank you for being a member here on the channel. Helps me out a lot. All right, let's do it. Let's go to the recording. Let's get this battle started. So for the Wood Elves, we have triple Way Watcher. And yeah, this is, obviously we see this quite a bit in the Bretonnian matchup. Triple Way Watcher, you just kind of pull back and kite, pick off the knights and force them into spears. Of course, we've seen Zyphos play this quite a bit, but he refuses to use Zotes, which I think is may lead to, when he does end up losing in this matchup, it's probably because, the Zotes and like having those big anchor pieces can actually be quite nice against Bretonnia. So triple Way Watcher, we do have Drycha, front line of spears and dryads, including the Race of the Frozen Heart. We got Zotes and actually Great Stag Knights, kind of cool. Great Stag Knights do not want to charge Knights of the Realm head on. They actually trade super poorly in a head-on charge. But if you can catch the Knights of the Realm retreating or catch them fighting your own guys and you're the one who gets the charge and they don't get the charge bonus, the Great Stag Knights can actually really shine in that situation for sure. We've got Zotes and Spears, Glade Riders to chase down and disrupt the Archer line, and that is pretty much it. Esbon, if I were a hot dog... Oh, that's a tough question, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Quite deep. My favorite Lord? Probably Franz. Yeah, I love using Karl Franz. He's so much fun. I really like using Volkmar the Grim too. Super fun, just his pimp cart and him getting in there and doing some work. Now, for the forces of Chrysamper here, we have Knights of the Realm. We do also have Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis. Very similar to his build he used against the Skaven, actually. It's pretty much identical. I think, is this the identical build he used against Skaven? Yeah, Knights of the Realm. If he has one Questing Knight, that's going to be, yeah, Knights Errant. No, it's a little different. So he's got more Knights of the Realm. No Questing Knight this time. And yeah, mainly just Peasant Archers with Men-at-Arms and Peasant Mobs in the front. That is it. So let us do battle, guys, and have some fun. The Bretonnians preparing. They got their lance formation. Very thematic. I think he's just doing this for the sake of flavor. He's got like a lance formation with Repanse. Oh, look at that. Repanse riding out front with her fat sword. Is raising it up to the lady there. That's pretty cool for sure. So all the celebration falls short as the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis get hammered by a volley from those Way Watchers. Certainly quite painful. And now they're going to be pulling back, and the Bretonnians are going to be pushing the Wood Elves into the corner of the map here. So, there's pros and cons for both players. But yeah, the Deepwood Scouts, another nice snipe opportunity. Okay, it looks like the Damsel is able to dodge that. Deepwood Scouts still hit like absolute trucks, especially against stationary targets. But the thing is that they did get nerfed. So in the most recent Wood Elf DLC, Waywatchers had their accuracy reduced from 15 to 10. So you guys can, of course, do the percentages on that, but a pretty substantial nerf, which was necessary. Considering all the other buffs Wood Elves got, if they still had that lethal accuracy, I think that would be pretty gross. Because I think Wood Elves are probably one of the strongest factions in the game. Like Wood Elves, Greenskins, Skaven, I think those three factions are probably, in the hands of like top-level players, probably the strongest factions. That would be my 2 cents. Wood Elves, just so many tools, great lore choices, just an awesome faction for sure in terms of overall power. Yes, yes. Freddie Knight says, same here. Thanks to Turin, I now win 1 in 10 games online, which is a huge improvement for you. Hey man, I'm glad to hear. Look forward to hearing about your glorious victories and conquests on the dreaded ladder. I actually recorded a video with Anticity. So Anticity, of course, you guys have seen him do very well in the Faction Wars with Vampire Ghost. He's also a streamer. Just a great guy all around. And he has designed his own ladder for this game, which you can actually play in through the Discords. So tomorrow or Monday, there will be a video going out about how to get involved in the actually good ladder, which puts you in best of 3s against players, and there's rules, regulations. It's just way better, for sure. So Deepwood Scouts ripping shots into the Peasant Bowmen and getting some good value for sure. And this is what the Wood Elves want to be doing. Just keep pulling back and just picking off things and really, really just being efficient with your ammunition. Yeah, killing off all the Peasant Archers is worth the ammunition for sure. It really takes away the counterplay for Bretonnia and essentially makes it so they have to chase you and do their thing. So we will see how it goes. Yeah, Wood Elves, Skaven, and Greenskins, are they? No, Skaven aren't really green, so that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, Bretonnia is pretty strong for sure, but the thing about Bretonnia being strong is it depends on the Fey Double Paladin. Without Fey Double Paladin, Bretonnia's power level as a faction massively tanks. Now, they're still functional and still have good cavalry and good chaff units, and, Lewin can be very good as well. But the reason why Bretonnia can be considered top tier and even contest with the best of factions is because of the power level of the Fey Enchantress and the Paladins, that combination with the Mortis Engine, and also how cheap she is with healing and how tough she is to snipe with magic resist. That really is the big factor there. So, interesting choice to shoot at the Men-at-Arms. Definitely disagree with that a little bit. I think you gotta, really, really be on point with your ammunition, or else the Bretonians can really give you the biz. Waywatchers probably want to shoot at the Knights of the Realm here. That would be really, really money city. Because you can even use like cheap Glade Riders and different things like that. And yeah, I guess Skaven have Warpstone, right? They have like the green Warpstone and Pestilence. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I see where you guys are going with that. That's what I'm talking about. That's a really nice shot. Takes them down to about 60% HP. Takes out 5 models. Just kind of keep scooting and shooting. And Bretonnia really needs to kind of put their pedal to the metal here and just push in with everything. A couple Knights are really out of position. And this is like honestly small details that in this matchup against a good Wood Elf player like Aristodemos can cost you the game. These Knights of the Realm, they need to be up around the flank right now. They need to be hammering from that side while these ones hit from the front. But a little bit out of position with his Knights here in the back, and that might end up costing them. We'll see. So Peasant Mobs, they're going to be the first ones to draw blood here for the Sons and Daughters of Bretonnia. So the Peasant Mobs do get in there, and are they going to get any rakes and shovels? It looks like one poor Waywatcher may be circle beaten by a bunch of peasants. We'll see. This guy's super embarrassed right now. He's just like, how did this happen to me? He's having some problems. Now, nice spear brace. It looks like the spears did get the brace off before the cavalry really hit home, so that's a little bit painful for sure. And the Bretonnian Knights going to be drifting over to engage the Blade Riders. The spears are getting good value, and in the backfield, Drycha is being hunted by the Repanse squad, but that's where Zotes come in. Zotes can easily crump here, and a little bit of a mistake by Bretonnia overextending here. It can be easy to do. Playing against good Wood Elf Kite and Waywatcher play can be very flustering. So in this situation, I can totally understand kind of making the extension. And there you see Henry and Repanse take a couple clubs from the Zotes. They're now pulling back, and the Spearmen at Arms have engaged. And the Knights of Bretonnia really, really taking quite a bit of damage, while these other Knights just haven't engaged yet. Like right now, look at this. These Knights could be around the back, going into the exposed archers. These Knights could have been over here, pressuring in from this side. There's just a lot of missed opportunities here for Bretonnia, which, I think are really, really going to hurt them in the long run. Now, Repanse could go Super Saiyan for sure. She's able to kill Drycha, for example, maybe get some good engagements there, but I don't think Drycha is going to expose herself to engaging against your boy Repanse here, or your girl. And just sitting back, summoning Dryads. I think he's Lord of Shadows, yeah, so it looks like there's Enfeebling Foe and Melkoth, both of which are like cheap, cost-effective spells. And some of the Bretonians are extending through the flanks here. We do have these Spearmen at Arms making their way to the back line, but easily will be intercepted by Eternal Guard. And now the Bretonnian Cav Corps is so damaged that I think, honestly, the Zotes and the Great Stag Knights can probably win many of those engagements. And this is where Great Stag Knights shine, right? The Knights are engaged, they're busy, they decide to pull back, but then the Great Stag Knights are hot on their tail, so they don't get their charge bonus, and the Great Stag Knights getting a huge Christmas charge right up in here, turning these Knights into the Christmas ham and really hammering them to dust. Balance of power is definitely getting more and more Wood Elf favored. The Bretonnians really just trying to push through the front line, just pure attrition, and they are grinding down some of the Eternal Guard, and there are a lot of chaff units left, but the fact that the 3 Way Watchers are all still healthy and can really unleash quite a bit of damage before they run out of ammunition, I think is going to be a pretty substantial problem here. So let's see how that goes. Drycha getting in. Going to be going after Henry Lemassif. It looks like Henry getting back here, and he does take down one of the Great Stag Knights. Certainly a very cost-effective play for him. But now he's surrounded, and we've seen this happen before. In the Skaven game, of course, Henry did get surrounded by the dreaded Wood Elves, and not Wood Elves by the Skaven, excuse me. And now he's taking a righteous hammering, and there's Glade Riders here. There's no Bretonnian cavalry to be seen. They're all kind of trapped up in the middle. So the Glade Riders could probably sweep down right now and really, really punish all of these peasant bowmen and do some serious work. Although it looks like some of the Bretonnian Knights do kind of get away here. Now, Repanse fighting Drycha. Repanse, of course, in a straight fight against Drycha would win that fight very decisively. She's a much better combatant. She also does have the sword and a bonus for his infantry. And you can see Drycha has taken some damage for sure. But there's Zotes here. There's a lot of supporting characters. Well, I don't mean actual characters, but there's a supporting cast of Wood Elves. The Great Stag Knights, the Zotes, all of those units, of course, can really do some substantial damage against Repanse. So she's going to pull back there. But getting closer and closer to army losses as that balance of power does ebb and flow. Pretty good Way Watcher ammunition conservation. A massive rout here in the middle as the Stag Knights and the Zotes really push up. And Drycha, of course, causes fear herself, so spooking out the Bretonnian peasants. And that is going to be GG indeed. Well played. Very good. That's like cookie cutter, solid play from the Wood Elves there. It was good. Obviously, that build is a little bit stronger without Drycha, but she still did fine. The summons were good. She didn't die. You know, Melkos and Enfeebling Foe are good. In the cavalry duels, you can't complain. 1,500, 1,500, 1,400, beautiful Way Watcher value. 900 here, 1,100 on the Stag Knights. They were both in perfect health too. And yeah, you know, the Bretonnian player played fine in some of the initial pushes, but really there just needed to be a full surround. You, of course, saw in the Greenskin vs. Wood Elf game how he was really patient. He got a good surround. He kept his valuable targets out of range of the missiles until it was time for an alpha strike. That is really, really important when you're playing against Wood Elves, to make sure that if you are going to be rushing, you can expose your men-at-arms, your peasants, but keep your cavalry a little bit more offset until you can get a full map surround. Then you push in with everything, and you can really punish them. But in this case, he kind of got picked apart, which it happens, for sure. There's no shame in that. I probably would have been picked apart as well. So, well played to both players. Let us go ahead here and prepare for the next battle and have some fun. I'll take a shot of espresso for Drycha for that game. Yeah, there you go. Rip female Lord Farquaad. Why is she Lord Farquaad? Yeah, that's so funny, man. Everyone hates Nickelback because everyone used to like Nickelback. I'm trying. No, oh man, I will admit I am a Nickelback fan. I enjoy some of their songs, man. Oh my god, it's just so great. Yeah. Nostradamus, I'm just going to say your name like that. My first Warhammer army was Wood Elves. They are super tough to play, like a glass cannon. That makes sense. I've heard Wood Elves on tabletop are quite a bit of fun to play, though. I'm really, man, when Old World comes back, it's going to be really cool to see the new Wood Elf line. That's going to be insane. When that happens, I'll probably keep my Death Guard army and my Empire army, and then I'll probably sell my Chaos Space Marines just to like fund that because that's going to be brutal. That is going to be so brutal. Yeah. Such a dad. See, Pone in chat knows. He's like, every time it makes me laugh. Schmandolf, give me my Canadian Nickelback. Dude, all day, man. If I could play Nickelback on stream, I would. Turin, you should do a rock band tier list to answer all the questions. I would be down. I'd be down. Turin, we're not supposed to admit that. Though we do have meetings on Tuesday. I'm admitting it. I'm proud of it. You know, if I were in my like early 20s, I might like not openly admit I like Nickelback, but you know, you get to a certain age where you just like, you don't care anymore. I'm also growing my mullet back out, so I'm excited for that. My hair is getting long, so I think by July, guys, the mullet will return, and I'm gonna get an even more haggard one this time, like really short on top and long in the back, like a legit Joe Dirt mullet. The last mullet I had was like a little bit too stylish. Like the hair was too long on the top. I need to get a true one. So that'll be happening. Sean, thank you so much. Welcome. Appreciate it. Thanks for becoming a member, man. And here's the Palp Laugh, which we send along with all the channel members. Thank you so much. Jen's in chat is like, please, no, go back, please. All right, so we've gotten through 3 groups, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 games. So let's go ahead and do this. We have the Wood Elves. Next up, we will do the, who do we want to do next? So the Bretonnians have won 1 and lost 1. We could do the Skaven too. There's so many choices here, guys. So many choices indeed. So we just saw a Wood Elf game. So right now we'll do Bretonnia versus the Bone Rattlers. So we're going to do Bretonnia Repanse, led by Croissantbert, facing off against Showtime and Azhag. Captain Grimbllock, look at this super chat. Look at this super chat. Every time I do it, makes me laugh for sure. Makes me laugh with joy. Dude, I think Captain Grimbllock wins the donation battle for now. That's so good. Look at this super chat. That's so good. Oh, nice, dude. I love that. That's so funny. Thank you so much for the donation, man. I really do appreciate that. Look at the super chat, dude. That's so dumb. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna get some water real quick, guys. So hang tight for just a minute. All this Nickelback talk is making me thirsty. I know, buddy. All right. I love that, man. That's so hilarious. All right, so let's load into the battle. Sorry about the delay. You know, it's always fun to just hang out with you guys and shoot the shit a little bit, you know? So if we take a look here at the armies of the Greenskins, we have, looks to be 8-peak loonies. We got some goblins. Look at this, Black Orcs against, for a second I was like, this is the Skaven game. And we're seeing Black Orcs? I was like, what's happening? Mortars are going to tear those apart because the banner looks pretty similar to the Skaven banner when you play the Chevaliers. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so it's going to be Azhag and Showtime facing off against Croissantbert and the Bretonnians. And this is very much like, you know, I would say meta to an extent. Ragnarok Queen, Spider, and in order to make sure they don't get surrounded, you bring triple Black Orc or immune to Psychology. Very, very tough to kill with Peasant Archers and Cavalry. And then aside from that, you just bring some cheap Spider Riders for the skirmishing game. This build is very, very straightforward and actually quite strong for sure. So Azhag's going to be on foot. He's got Spirit Leech, and also considering it is kind of a blob build of sorts, he does have the melee attack and leadership buff from Slaga's Slashes, which I think is quite cool. And yeah, I definitely like this build quite a bit. Now, if we look here at the forces of the dreaded Bretonnians, peasant mobs we do have up in the sky. Ooh, look at this. Pegasus Knights as well. A bunch of Knights of the Realm, very, very standard for sure. A single field trebuchet, peasant bowman. And it seems like Repanse coming out with the lance formation every time. I love this flavor here from our Bretonnian champion, who's currently 1-1. So this is actually an elimination game for Bretonnia. If Repanse wins this, she will 100% be advancing on. But if the Iron Lady does drop this game, she will be getting eliminated from this tournament. So we will see how this goes. Welcome, my friends. Let us have some fun. The battle is underway. And, you know, Showtime is certainly a very, very scary opponent. He's been doing extremely well in the ECLs, in various other community tournaments, getting to the top brackets, and is an absolute terror in the night. So it's going to be a fearsome fight. And you know, honestly, a lot of Bretonnian players, at least back in the day, used to ban the Greenskins. But ever since they got Fanchantress and Paladin thing going, and like realized how strong that is, I think like the Mortis Engine effect of the Fanchantress deals with the Black Orcs pretty well. But without the Mortis Engine, it's going to be much tougher to kill the Black Orcs. I'm not sure if we're seeing any Questing Knights. But anyways, Spider's moving over. It looks like Spirit Leech going down on the Grail Knights. Very expensive, actually, unit there. Yeah, we got the Grail Knights. And now Footzag's moving on the ground here. Footzag is actually a really cool-looking character. But the two Spiders seem to be doing pretty well. There's some Peasant Bowman fire coming in. And yeah, it can do okay. It doesn't have the best AP values. But yeah, the Bretonnian Knights are just buckling, man. Every time this double Spider and Azhag move in, it's just like an absolute crumpening. Henri La Massif trying to fight, and he is getting some decent damage onto the flank of the Ragnarok Queen. But a big problem is the fact that the Black Orcs, for some reason, Black Orcs are fighting Pegasus Knights. I have no idea how that happened. A little bit of a misplay for sure by the Bretonnians, but the Pegasus Knights should have been, you know, over here, countercharging these spiders perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to go after the Spider Rider archers. It's hard to say, but Henry Lamassif doing great work. Repanse kind of standing idle, which is a little bit of a mistake. Repanse definitely needs to get in there because Henry is doing some heavy lifting here. His big APs, AP value, doing great work here against the Arachnarok Queen. Now Repanse, the Iron Lady, finally moving in. And this is actually a really, really good situation to an extent for Bretonnia, but they don't want to overstay their welcome. Henry got his big damage in. I think you pull back. I think you heal. They got the very expensive Arachnarok Queen down low. Oh, a beautiful spider summon potentially. We'll see. Okay, yeah, that was so good. That spider summon there from Showtime actually blocked the Knights of the Realm, and a bunch of them got stuck in the back, which it seemed like Repanse was really banking on. So Henry does get kind of busted up here, but the Arachnarok Queen is at 0 leadership and is very, very close to breaking. If Repanse could break that spider and then get away, that would be a huge victory here for the Bretonnians. Granted, it looks like the spider is able to stabilize, which may spell doom for the noble sons and daughters of Bretonnia here. Over here, we got Spider Riders moving in. Archer line soon to be compromised. Black Orcs have also gotten into the Archer line and are absolutely taking these peasants to Pound Town. The Archers probably should have just retreated, but it wouldn't have really mattered considering that there are Spider Riders everywhere and they would hunt down those Archers. So now it's looking like Bretonnia is a little bit on the ropes. It's not point of no return. Certainly a very, very, yeah, I wouldn't say a tight game at this point. Certainly Greenskin favored, but the Arachnarok Queen is broken, which is a big victory. There is a field trebuchet shooting into the Queen, which is hilarious. And we'll see what Repanse can do. I would imagine she's got her items active. No, she doesn't at the moment. She's going to be pulling back. Earthblood going down. Spider Riders trying to get into the back line. Maybe shut down the trebuchets up here on the hill. But you really got to get that Queen off the battlefield. Like, you got to get something for your efforts there. And this often is the case in this matchup. The Black Orcs are very, very tough to kill without a Mortis Engine effect or without Lewin. Lewin can actually get through the Black Orcs pretty effectively. But without either of those choices, Repanse can kind of do it. But she doesn't want to sit in a bunch of Black Orcs. They'll actually do a bunch of damage back to her. So back on this hill engagement, Grail Knights moving in. They do have the support of the Damsel and also some Knights of the Realm. So not a bad situation. Grail Knights, of course, will kill the spiders very quickly and also can put some hurt on this Arachnarok spider. But Trebuchet's about to go down. Pegasus Knights were basically useless this game. They didn't really do anything. They maybe killed a couple of chaff units, and I think that was one of the big weak points of this Bretonnian army, was the Pegasus Knights. Just no good choices at all. Like Spider Riders, Arachnarok Spiders, Black Orcs, none of them are good targets for Pegasus Knights. So that was pretty unfortunate for sure. Now Repanse, looks like she gave up the chase on the Arachnarok Queen because she was actually surrounded by Spider Riders. Now this is extremely cost effective for the Greenskins. They're trapping in a relatively powerful combat lord, right? And honestly, I would probably just stay there and keep her surrounded. But it looks like, oh, never mind, that makes sense. Okay, I was like, why are they running? Because the Grail Knights are coming, but that was a good surround for sure. The Arachnarok Spider up here, trying to get on Henry. The Black Orc still moving about. Balance of Power is getting more and more Greenskin favored at this point. Repanse is coming for blood. We'll see what she tries to do. Maybe trying to snipe Azhag would be a decent choice. Get the Spider away from the Black Orcs. That's your best bet. The Peasant Archers are so tattered too, so there's not really too many ways to fight the Black Orcs other than getting in there and just going fisticuffs with them. And nobody wants to go fisticuffs with Black Orcs. They are a very, very scary choice. Let's fight melee with their huge armor, their really good weapon strength, and there goes Henry. Henry is feasted on by the spider. The massive one, the big Chungus of Bretonnia, will be laying down in the forest, and that will be all she wrote. So if we look around, Black Orcs continuing to bump and grind against the peasant mobs. The AP Looney's going, and it's looking like that's probably going to be game. There's just no stopping power left on the battlefield for Bretonnia, aside from a couple knights, which there's no way in hell they could defeat these Black Orcs. The Black Orcs will grind them to dust, and the Spider Riders are chasing down the Trebuchet crews, the Archers, all that various stuff. And Bretonnia will probably make one final last stand for the lady, but a valiant effort nonetheless. It's a hard matchup against a very strong opponent, and, Repanse did okay. It wasn't bad, for sure. Getting the Queen was good. I think the Pegasus Knights were the big problem, though. And also fighting on Pillar of Bone. Pillar of Bone is not probably where you want to fight a Greenskin army like this. If he had banned Pillar of Bone and fought the Greenskins on a big map, for example, I think you could have used trebuchets, you could have gotten more cycle charging in, but on this map against this faction with having to use Repanse and not Fey Enchantress, I think you would have to do a different map or change your build and bring some Questing Knights. There's no Questing Knights here. Questing Knights are good against Stone Trolls, they're good against Black Orcs, they're actually really good against Spiders too. I think Questing Knights are needed. I think you cut the Pegasus Knights and you'll have a good time, for sure. So Repanse making her last stand here amongst the Black Orcs. We'll get a couple cinematic shots of the Iron Lady as she cleaves them asunder. There you go. Bretonnia going out with a bang, taking out 2 Black Orcs at once. GG, well played. So with that, Azhag and the boys sitting pretty comfy up there. Certainly doing quite well. So as far as the balance of power goes, not balance of power, excuse me, the post game, 1400 on Azhag. Black Orcs probably got huge value. Yeah, 1300, 900, 900. They all did really well, and they're all like full health too. Spiders did okay. One of them did better than the other, but the Black Orcs really were the anchor that couldn't be broken. And that map was super small too, so you know, in the end, the Greenskins were able to close the distance without the Bretonnians doing too much skirmishing. And Repanse did okay. Henry did decent. I mean, nothing did that exceptional. Pegasus Knights got like 200 value, which is really rough for sure. The Fey Enchantress has advanced, so Bretonnia does have a champion. I don't know if we've done Lewin yet. I can't remember. Did we do Lewin's group? I think this is like the 7th or 8th stream we've done for this tournament, so I can't remember. Yeah. Anyways, GG, well played. So now we can go on to the next game here. Yeah, Demonsel, you'll need to go back and check out those other games. They were quite fun. Okay, so Chevaliers versus Bone Rattlers. We did get that. We have 2 games left in the group. So the next one, we've seen Tretch. We've seen the dreaded Tretch do his thing. Currently, Drycha is, I believe, 1-1. Tretch Craventail is, yeah, there could potentially be a tie, actually, depending on how this goes. Oh, boy. So now we have Clan Rictus versus the Bone Rattlers. Currently, the Greenskins are 2-0, and Clan Rictus has only lost 1. So Clan Rictus can still advance, but in order to do so, they have to defeat the Greenskins here in Showtime, and they also have to defeat Drycha and Aristodemos. So it's going to be a tall order, considering that he has to use Tretch Craventail. Loopy, who's in that group? You have to let me know. I can't remember who's in all the groups. Yeah. You'll have to let me know. I always show the scoreboard after all the matches are done. Yeah. But this is basically do or die for Tretch. If Tretch loses here, so the thing is, if Tretch loses to the Greenskins here, what's going to happen is he will be eliminated. But then the final game is Tretch versus Drycha. And then if he's able to defeat Drycha, there'll be a tie for second place. And Drycha would be tied with Bretonnia with a 1-2 record, which means that those two would advance, which is hilarious. So Tretch could potentially be a troll here or advance. Either way, we will see. Timur says, thanks as always, Turin. It's 2 a.m. here, and I'm already too weak. I'm too weak. Hey, thanks, man. No worries. Get some rest. We'll have the video up for you tomorrow. Crabbling, Pugnabone, me, and who are the? So we have. I can't remember. I think we might have casted that, or maybe not. I really can't remember, to be honest. There's a playlist on the channel, Loopy. If you just go and look, you can see it. So I would recommend checking that out. Yeah, something to think about. All right, so here we are, guys. Let's look at the Greenskins here. So for the Greenskin army, it's going to be goblins. Very much the style of play we saw with just cheap trash infantry to make sure mortars don't do a lot of damage, and then basically swarming with spider riders and cavalry. So it's going to be goblins. Savage Orcs, we do have the Arachnaut Queen. We also have the Goblin Big Boss. Azhag the Slaughter up in the sky, looking to Spirit Leech and snipe things. And a massive amount of Spider Riders here, Spider Rider Archers here. And on the other side, we're basically seeing the same thing. You guys are seeing a recurring pattern of how good the Greenskin Skirmish Cavalry are and how efficient they've been in pretty much all these matchups. Now, for the Skaven, it's going to be Wolf Rats up in the front, looking to press and, maybe get some picks here and there. We do have an Assassin, Hellpit Abomination, an Eshin Sorcerer. Oh, baby, Ben the Barman treating us nice and good-like here. And let's see what he's got. So, Armor of Darkness. We do also have the Brittle Bone, which lowers melee defense and speed. Armor of Darkness, which of course gives you armor and missile resist. And yeah, that's I'm so excited for this. And Tretch Craventail. Now for the main battle line, there's a mortar, a couple globes, a couple Skaven slaves. This whole position probably going to get overwhelmed super hard. We'll see. Azhag probably will start spear leeching the mortars and get them down because with the mortars gone, the Savage Orcs will be exponentially more effective. Now, a little bit of light poke here on the flanks. Goblin Wolf Rider Archers shooting into the ye old Wolf Rats and doing their thing. The little Rattos are moving forward. I definitely like the Eshin Sorcerer play. I'm very excited to kind of see how this unfolds. So you'll notice the Greenskins are doing skirmishing. They're pulling back. They're not engaging the Skaven, which is very strange for the Greenskins. But the reason why they're doing this is so Azhag can get like 2 or 3 Spirit Leeches onto the Poison Wind Mortars, dive them, rout them off, and then that will save so much damage. On that same note, the Arachnaut Queen does drop a payload here of Spider Hatchlings to fight the Skaven. It's basically just a distraction. So we will see. But the Skaven being very, very aggressive here, looking to force a fight. Which is going to be pretty intense for sure, because I can already see a little bit of it's like when I play chess and overextend with something and you get fully surrounded here. So the Skaven might push in here, and then they get the Spider Riders up on the top here, might swing in up and around the top and surround this entire force. And the Skaven certainly, despite having some Halberds there, some Eshin Triads with their Guandos, probably not going to be the best situation for them. But Wolf Rats and Ogres getting in. Wolf Rats do hit surprisingly hard against light armor. You can see they actually really beating up. Oh, look at this. Stay here is get help. Tretch with all the buffs. Oh, is there going to be some other AoE buffs? Looks like Brittle Bone is going down. Rival High Talisman. Oh, I love this by Ben the Barman. All the stacking debuffs here. Rival High Talisman, Brittle Bone. Suddenly, those Greenskin Savage Orcs got mulched, bro. And also, the Forest Goblin Spider Riders taking quite a beating. But on that same note, it is kind of allowing the Greenskins to get a full surround. So they're going to move in. Obviously, a really strong burst of damage here from the Skaven. But here comes the Troll Toll. More Savage Orcs coming in. More Goblins coming in. And, a reasonable amount of stopping power is not engaged in this battle. The Globadiers and the Mortars and, all the supporting infantry here are not fighting. Azhag is able to kill the Eshin Sorcerer, I think. No, actually, the Goblin Big Boss, the battle of the Smurfs here on the battlefield, is the Eshin Sorcerers lanced down by that Goblin Big Boss, which is hilarious. And the Skaven pit fight going well, but leadership is going to become an issue. And Tretch Craventail also being hunted by Azhag, the great Dread Skaven Lord himself, standing and fighting. But that's the thing, like, even though he has good melee defense at 94, Azhag still has a huge charge bonus, really good melee attack, and is able to, like, basically kill Tretch there, right? Like, that's just... Tretch is just so haggard. Oh my god, he's so freaking bad. So yeah, Tretch basically just dies to Azhag in, like, 2 seconds. Help at Abomination coming over to help, despite his, like, 100 melee defense. It just doesn't matter, because his HP is so low. And, yeah, now the little Goblin Big Boss, once again, claiming another skull for the Mork Throne, is going to be hunting him down. And, yeah, you can see Tretch is broken. The Skaven army falling apart rather quickly. Though, I have to say, the Skaven did 100% go out with a bang here in this battle. They pushed in a really cool Eshin Sorcerer combo, really actually killed some Savage Orcs and other troops very quickly, but, if you had someone that wasn't Tretch, I think this could be like a Skrulk, for example, or maybe... Skrulk is a little bit risky against Azhag. Maybe like a Throth the Unclean on a Brood Horde pushing up there, summoning Ogres and using Creature Killer on the Blob. Oh, that could have been some shit. But in the end, with Tretch being chased off, Ogres just running for the hills, the Eshin Sorcerer has come back, but the Greenskins, just like we articulated in the beginning, were able to get a full surround and just pretty much cackle and do their thing. So that Goblin, that Goblin is the hero of this game for sure. And Help Hit Abomination, Armor of Darkness, look at that, Help Hit with 110 armor. That's not something you see terribly often. Really, really cool kind of innovative plays here, but also the Skaven army was a little bit disconjointed. Like the Globes, if they could have helped there, would have been a big playmaker too. But yeah, so that's pretty much all she wrote for the Skaven. I'm surprised army losses haven't kicked in yet. Should be in just a second there, as the Help Hit Abomination still fighting. What? This army losses should be in right now. Whoa, what's going on there? That was very strange. Yeah. Tretch's passive makes the Death Blob work versus worse players than Showtime. Okay, very cool. Yeah, see, I didn't even think of that, Ben. So, Showtime is undefeated. The Greenskins have 100% advanced. So, if you are a Greenskin fan, you're certainly sitting quite pretty. They've gotten to the next round. Don't stress it. So now the Skaven are 0-2. But the Skaven have to play, I believe, let's go ahead and look at the next game here. I think they play the Wood Elves. Now, if the Skaven defeat the Wood Elves, that means there's going to be a tie. So for any of you guys who are Bretonian fans in chat, there is actually still a chance for Bretonia to advance here, for Repanse, because if there's a tie, all players advance who are tied. So, and they just go into a single elimination, and they get worse seeds in the single elimination round. But Tretch could unironically be the savior of Bretonia. If he is able to defeat the Wood Elves, there will be a tie for second place between the Wood Elves and the Bretonians. And yeah, so that could happen. That could happen indeed. So let's go ahead and get this next game going here. Dude, the Battle of the Ages is upon us. How would you change it? Mackenzie, that's a very complicated question. I'd really have to like think about that. Because Bretonia isn't bad without Fey Enchantress. They're just not like super top tier, you know? Like Lewin is still really good. And Bretonia has really good peasant archers, like really good cost-effective archers, amazing chaff, great cavalry, like, you know. So like, yeah, Bretonia is certainly a decent faction. All right. So Tretch Craventail, will he be the savior of Bretonia? Turin already... Yeah, there is a group with a three-way tie. There is one. It would actually... Yeah, this actually could be a three-way tie, but... Let me tell you right now, there are several groups that have a three-way tie. Like, several. For the record. Alright, so let's do this. Alex in chat just is like, LOL, how is Tretch going to beat the Wood Elves? Ben the Barman, he was forced to play Tretch in this tournament, which is a huge punishment. I mean, of course, he was willing to, but he is a very good player. Ben the Barman is an amazing player, just for the record. So he can certainly beat the Wood Elves, but he is at a massive disadvantage because Drycha is a meta pick against Skaven. So like Drycha and Aristodemos can literally just bring like a meta army, and he has to use Tretch. So he's like fighting a huge uphill battle, but Ben is an extremely good player. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so there you have it. And let's load in. We will load in. Falcon is playing tic-tac-toe. If Tretch wins, then it's 3-0, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Yes, and there's a three-way tie, and they all advance into single elimination, which is hilarious, but that's just how we're doing it. Yeah. Falcon's playing tic-tac-toe. But like Falcon has won big tournaments using tic-tac-toe. Like he's still very scary on that character there. All right, guys. So this is the deciding factor here. Thank you again for joining. It's been a blast of a stream so far. Why did he have to play Tretch? He didn't have to. I think he volunteered to play Tretch, or I asked him if he wanted to play Tretch. I can't remember what it was. I think he actually requested Tretch. The cool part about playing a meme lord in these tournaments is like, even if you lose, like it's no sweat off your back. It's just like, you know, it's very like low pressure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, if Tretch wins this, he actually goes through in the pod. Yeah, that's right. If Tretch wins it, he advances. Oh my god. Is Soothsayer playing? Yes. Tlaxla and Soothsayer is playing Volkmar the Grim, which is terrifying because Volkmar is like one of the best lords in the game, and Soothsayer is like on one of his best factions, which is Empire, so that's going to be scary. The elimination round is not an FFA, no. Okay, so for the Skaven army, Skaven slaves. Oh, look at this! Penta Warpfire Thrower! Oh, talk dirty, dude. Winning the hearts of the people. No matter what happens here, whatever happens, Ben will go down to the halls of history as a true champion of the Skaven. He's got 5 of those. He's got Tretch, Plague Priest, and an Assassin, you know, the usual kit. We got Poison Wind Mortars here, very, very good against the Archers. And we got Ogres. Double Brood Horror, actually. Okay. Certainly some Skaven Mass and some Wolf Rats lurking in the back as well. So that's pretty much it. Now for the Wood Elves and Aristodemos, the Warpfire Throwers are better against rushes, and most Wood Elf players actually rush in this matchup, but of course Aristodemos is not going to rush. He's coming in with the Deepwood Scouts, the Double Way Watchers, so that we'll be forcing these Skaven forward. Schmandolf, an awesome stream. Give us the Haggard streams. Dude, all day, man. All day. That's what we do here on this channel. That is what we do here on the channel. An FFA for a 4-way. Yeah, if there was like a 4-way tie somehow, yeah, that would be fun. Make him play an FFA. So here it comes. The Skaven are pushing in. Honestly, the Mortars could just sit back and shoot too. Like, the Skaven don't necessarily even have to advance here. They could just move their Mortars up a little bit and start bombarding the expensive Wood Elf Archers. And, you know, I mean, who cares if the Skaven slaves are getting blasted? That's actually, they're probably worth the ammunition of these units, like, right? So, you know, not a problem at all. Now in the back, we do have some Glade Riders hidden from Aristodemos. Those guys are kind of chilling in the shadows. The Mortar team is advancing out of the forest here, or the tree line, so they're kind of chilling in the trees, and now they're going to be moving up. And the Skaven slaves getting ready to party. Yep, here they go, man. Here come them Skaven. Drycha using a summon on the far side, so she uses the Dryad summon, the Malevolent Dryads, actually to fight Skaven slaves. Don't know if that's really necessary, but I guess she wanted to do that to kind of keep the Brood Horrors in check. But now the double Brood Horror Goon Squad is going after Drycha. This is a little bit scary, but the problem for the Skaven is that there's still a ton of Way Watchers back here, which haven't been discovered yet. And the Way Watchers can certainly pick off a Brood Horror. Like, Drycha could probably turn and fight, and then the Way Watchers plus the Way Stalker could probably pick off one of these Brood Horrors, like, almost instantly. Now, things are going well for the Skaven in many respects. The Mortars are going into the Deepwood Scouts here. Look at the Warpfire Throwers bathing those guys in some sweet, sweet fire. But yeah, the Brood Horrors are kind of close to the edge of the map. Not really, actually. They got some distance. But they are getting a lot of damage on Drycha, but it's certainly not worth it, considering that there's so much follow-up from the Wood Elves here, and if this Brood Horror breaks, it might get chased off by some Wood Elf mobility, like the Glade Riders. But he is able to get away before it breaks, which is very, very important. So he got some damage on Drycha. In the end, the Brood Horrors do have regeneration. Oh no, the Warpfire Thrower, I think, is cooking. Oh no! Oh, guys, I think the Warpfire Thrower, oh. We have to go back and watch that, because I don't think it was a Way Watcher volley. It looks like the Warpfire Throwers actually cooked the Brood Horror and instantly shattered it. Ouch! That is a huge loss, because that thing could have healed up to full health and been back causing problems, but I think this Skaven roasted one of their own, you know, we can actually check that real quick, I think, by looking at the value accrued on these Warpfire Throwers. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Maybe it was the other one? Did you guys see that? What was that? Was that actually the Warpfire Throwers, or was there like something coming in from the Way Stalker and the Way Watchers? I didn't really get a good look at it. Anyways, Mortar team's coming in, bombarding, doing great work, obviously, hitting all these different units. And that really is the biggest thing. If the Skaven can keep the Mortar teams online, they're going to have a really comfortable position here despite losing the Brood Horror early. And now we do have the Glade Riders moving in. And this is like the one thing that could lose the Skaven the game outright, is losing these Mortars in the backfield. Now, will the Rat Ogres and the Brood Horror respond quick enough and peel off those Glade Riders? If they do, there's certainly hope, but now the Skaven are forced into a position where they have to be the ones chasing, and the Wood Elves can actually kite now. Before, they couldn't really kite super hard. Yeah, I think that was legit, actually, friendly fire damage, yeah. Could be both, like a little bit of friendly fire, a little bit of cooking, yeah. That was the second Waywatcher volley, says Aristodamos? Okay. Yeah, you would know, brother. You would know. But the Warfire Thor is moving in. Aristodamos certainly doing a good job pulling back, and, you know, the fact that he was so patient with those cavalry, like, he kept them back there for a good 2 minutes, which can really lull people into a false, yeah, with the Waywatchers deleted. Okay, it kind of looked like the Flamethrowers did, but in the end, I don't think so. Based on what you guys are saying. We'll roll with that. We have some expert analysis here in chat. But yeah, the patience with the Glade Riders is very good. It can often lull people into a false sense of confidence where, you know, they're like, okay, there's not going to be backline pressure. And it's funny because in so many situations when there is a tactical reserve, you know, that I like to call a unit you've forgotten about, basically, like a Hound in the corner, sometimes it can actually like win you the game because you bring it and it's able to really just kind of, you know, come in and clean up, because after like 5 minutes of being AFK, nobody expects it, right? And that was kind of what happened here, but I don't think that was intentional, like AFK. I think he just like hid them in the trees and waited for the Skaven to push up, which was really good. And like I said, now the Warpfire Throwers are, you know, doing a little bit of work, actually roasting the Glade Riders, and the fight here actually not going terribly for the Skaven, with the Brood Horror and the Assassin picking off models here on the Glade Riders. Probably going to rip a Terror out here in a second, but Aristo still has his Deepwood Scouts. He still has the Waywatchers, which are pretty healthy, at least one unit, and he's going to be able to kite back and get some really devastating damage into the units there. And also, yeah, the Glade Riders on the far side of the map, chasing down the Warpfire Throwers is quite cost effective, but yeah, so too are the Flamethrowers, man. You know who I've been seeing using the Warpfire Throwers quite a bit is Anticity in his games, yeah. Quite cool indeed. So looking around, taking a big macro look at the battlefield, overall, Skaven are a little bit behind on the balance of power, but you guys, you know, you can never count out Tretch Craventail. He is the terror of the old world. I can just imagine the Creative Assembly creative meeting about what lore they want to add for the Skaven. They're like, all right, I think Tretch Craventail would be, he's like the Total War Warhammer 2 Helmengorst, right? Like, nobody understands why Helmengorst was picked to be added as like a major DLC lord. Granted, Tretch was a free DLC, but like, why would you add Tretch, you know? Like, why? Compared to like so many other Skaven characters you can pick from. Although, you know, at the end of the day, it ends up being a good thing for us because characters like Tretch do win the hearts and minds of the people. And I really wouldn't be happy, actually, if every single lord in this game was like equally balanced. I like the fact that some lords are dog shit because it's fun. It adds a bit of an interesting spice. It's like adding seasoning. It's like adding a little bit of a spice to your food, you know? That's my analogy for Tretch Craventail. Oh, look at that! Tretch going ham in the back line. Verminous Valor. Now the Loex Tricksters could probably solo him, honestly. I don't think he could even beat the Loex Trickster. So they'll probably just pile in and kill Tretch, which is all fun and games. And here, Ben scrapping to the bitter end. Yeah, Tretchman Gorst. Totally, dude. I love that. That's a great analogy. We had a donation from Philip. Hey, Turin, thanks for the countless hours of entertainment. Looking forward to Warhammer 3 and everything you will have in store for us. A lot of good stuff. Once we get close to Warhammer 3, I'm going to be doing a ton of guides and tutorials. I don't really do too much for... oh, look at the Warfire Throwers. One last shot before they go, liberating the mighty Tretch Craventail. You can never count Tretch out because no one ever counted him in. Hadries with some sage wisdom here in chat for sure. Loex Trickster is still bumping and grinding, working down ye old Tretch Craventail. 70 melee attack, holding pretty firm against their 46 melee attack. Yeah, but here the Plague Priest is getting picked off. Scrying Stone active. Nice usage there by Ben, but it's not going to save him. The 22% ward save is not enough. And the Wood Elves are cleaning up so much of the battlefield. Now, I actually think the Skaven might have had a chance of winning this game if they hadn't lost their mortars. So the mortar team being killed really forced this Skaven into a precarious situation, because otherwise the Warpfire teams can sit back. The mortar can force the Wood Elves forward eventually by killing the archers. And then, you know, yeah, and you can do your thing. So Drycha is hammered here by the Brood Horror. One last laugh for this big rat boy, and at least he's fast enough to get away. He's going to run, and that is army losses. And with that, guys, the group is completed. As far as who's advancing, we will have Showtime and his Greenskins and Azhag, and then it's also going to be the Wood Elves and Drycha. Eliminated is going to be poor Tretch Craventail, winning our hearts, though, for sure, and Bretonia and Repanse as well. Thank you so much, Philip, for your donation. Really appreciate that. Austin, cool. Hey, Turin, new to the channel and I've been loving your videos. Thanks for the great content. I got you covered, man. Thank you, and Appreciate you sticking around, man. I know today's a light stream or a long stream. Not late stream. Late is the word I'm looking for. Jesus. But thank you guys for sticking around. It's been a lot of fun. So, value accrued, Drycha, okay. Wow, really good on the Way Watchers, actually. Or Way Stalkers, both got about 1,000. 1,000. Deepwood Scouts kind of got shut down, actually, to an extent. But, yeah, those Glade Riders, man, chasing down all the Skaven troops, brutal stuff. Mortars still got 1,300 value. Just imagine if those mortars had lived longer. That would have been nasty. Yeah, the Brood Horde situation was pretty unfortunate, too. But, yeah, well played. I love this build by Ben. It's so cool. Tretch should still advance. I know. Well, maybe if somebody has to drop from the tournament, we can just like throw Tretch in his place as the meme. I don't know. That's something we could consider. I'm losing my mind, Morn. It's so funny because your name is Morn, but you know the character Morn in Deep Space Nine, his whole thing is he never speaks. So seeing you like actually typing and interacting, it always like trips me out. All right, guys, so let's go and take a look at the overall standings of the group. Let's move it up here, and there you have it. So Azhag will be advancing with Showtime with a 3-0. Drycha will be advancing with a 2-1. Croissantbert will be eliminated with a 1-2. And Trench, the barman, will be eliminated there, but winning, again, the hearts of the people. Quite glorious indeed. No, Schmandolf, I actually ate before this, but I ate a lot, so I'm kind of in a bit of a food coma here, but it's okay. Ice Power Todor, the Sisters of Twilight have not been casted yet. No, we haven't done that group yet. Austin, thank you so much for the donation there. Do appreciate that one. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Very good. And now, guys, it's going to be a time for an FFA. So you guys better prepare yourselves. We'll do, you know what? We'll do a 1v1 first, and then we'll do the FFA. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the battles here. Has Grimgor... I don't know if Grimgor's played yet. I'm trying to remember. We're as I cast more and more of these groups, it becomes trickier to remember who has played and what's going on. No, it's not this. Everybody asks. They're like, "Is that the Showtime from StarCraft?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not the same guy." He's certainly very good. Showtime is an amazing player. Yeah, Deep Space Nine, probably one of my favorite shows of all time. There was some parts of the ending I wasn't like super happy with, but in general, you know, it was. So somebody in chat donated earlier and wanted to see Vampire Coast, so I'll do a very fun Vampire Coast build. And oh, okay, we got a dodge there. It's fine. And we'll do a 1v1 just to get myself warmed up here, and then we'll do a good old FFA to close things out probably. Deep Space Nine is so good. Yeah, I want to talk about the ending with you guys, but I don't want to spoil it for folks who are just watching it. Yeah. I think Deep Space Nine is the best track for sure. TNG is really good too. All right, so Vampire Coast. Good luck, have fun. We're on the Warpstone Mine, which is a pretty shite map, to be honest. It's okay. And let's get the Wookiee. All right, screen blockers up. Is he playing Beastman? All hail the Beastman. I think he's playing Beastman. Let's see. I want to do a fun build. I'm not going to do like a cutthroat competitive Ghost build. I'm gonna have some fun. Yeah. Lizardman FFA. Oh, you want the combo? Yeah. Any upcoming head-to-heads? Probably not for the next couple weeks. I mean, I might do a head-to-head when the next DLC comes out. I'm pretty busy because World Championship's going to be happening. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to tournaments I need to catch up on. You guys like the Wookiee Nurgling? Yeah. Okay, he's going Skaven, so that's fine. All hail the Skaven. They're arising from the deep. With crooked sails and incredible tales. We're calling in the deep. Sirene Rush. Sirens against Skaven are okay. Skaven have a bit of magic damage though, so it's a little bit risky. But yeah, sometimes like you could do some crazy shit with it. Typically, rushes in this matchup, you see Morngulls more often as kind of the go-to. So what I want to do is I don't want to use Lore of Vampires. I want to use Lore of the Deep. So we're going to try some Lore of the Deep builds. Vangeist's Revenge. Yeah, I think we'll just do those two. It's fine. Okay, so now for the rest of the builds, we can do some of you guys. Very good. Very good. Looking fine to me. All right, this build's looking promising. Certainly looking promising. It's Nurgle's chosen. Yes, it is. Dead like me if he wanted to? Yeah, I'd be interested. Although, honestly, I haven't played a campaign in like 6 months, so I'd probably be really shitty, but I would be down. All right, so Sirens against Skaven. So who has magic damage on the Skaven? You have Skrulk. There could be a Lieber. You have Mortars. You have Globadiers. Yeah, I just feel like the Sirens are a little bit kind of janky in that situation. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it looks fine to me. I know you guys want the dreaded animated Hulk. That's what we're all signed up for here. Probably just getting more of the doggos is fine. Animated Hulks are terrible against Skaven. Like, Skaven Slave Spears, Clan Rats can all trade. Yes, it is I, the Dreadlord. A Morngul Haunter is an interesting choice, too. Because potentially, like, a decent poke against... And they're just fun. Let's just bring one. Who cares? With the Potion of Strength. We're just kind of having fun with this build anyways. Do I want to squeeze in a bloat? Yeah, against Skaven, advancing with a bloat is tricky. Ah, cheers, man. Let's have fun. Yes, Celestra is here. She's ready to go. Yeah, Wookiee's he's hanging on. Yeah, I don't really care if you can see, like, if like he'd have somebody to screen snipe me now or stream snipe me would have to like watch every click I did. The build is certainly not optimal, but it's got some teeth. It can definitely kill stuff. Oh shit! I just had an epiphany of inspiration of a build I could bring. No, we'll save that for another day. He's waiting for me. It's fine. I was actually going to bring a whole front line of the shotgun zombies and just see how that goes. This map isn't great for bloats, yeah. The Tretch FFA. See, the problem with Tretch is, like, some meme characters are fun to use, like, you know, but Tretch just isn't even fun to use. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I just have no joy using Tretch. He just, like, has no fun abilities. Like, some meme characters have fun abilities, but he just doesn't, you know? It's just, like, he's just dog shit. Yeah, which sucks. Which is a shame, because the ye old Craventail is quite a funny character. So you want to be a little bit spread out here, probably, against Skaven, because I assume there will be at least a mortar. So we basically went with, like, a Celestra rush build. I suppose it's, like, depending on who you talk to for Vampire Coast, it's, like, not super off-meta. We have Gunbats, we have Celestra herself, who's obviously quite tanky. We have a Morngul Haunter here, so we can do that. Put them in the groups here. And we can actually Vanguard, but I'm a little bit nervous to Vanguard. We could do like a flank overload here, I think is fine. You guys can be in 3. And then we have the Gunbats in 4, which we probably should put them in 2 separate groups, because blobbing them all in one group, they can get like picked off by mortar fire. So this, and then we can do the doggos in 6 for now. Yeah. Ready. Good luck, have fun. All right. There you have it. We'll chill here. Tretch is like having a lord without actually having a lord. Yeah, for sure. That screen blocker, it's Wookiee transformed into a Nurgling. Lady Zern designed that. Pretty fun. Okay, I think he's ready. He said good luck, same to you. Okay. Looks fine. I would imagine he'll be up on this hill here. That's very... Oh, shit. Okay, I was completely wrong. Jeez. So we can just go get these Night Runner Slingers real quick. He's got Warfire Throwers, actually. We need to be careful. All right, so let's move the Morgul's over. We need to bring Celestra and company here. Does he have any, like, hard ranged? Yeah, he does have mortars. Okay, so we're going to have to respect that. Yeah, interesting. Very, I was not expecting that deployment. That's for sure. So, yeah, let's pull the bats over here. Celestra needs to get in, like, ASAP. Oh, okay, okay. I like this. I like this. We got some freebies here, from some fresh fish, as they say. Let's pull the doggos over here and see what we can catch. I could have sworn I saw some Death Runners. I'm pretty sure he used concealment bombs, and I would 100% wager he's just trying to get back to his formation here. See if we can dodge some of these shots. Yeah, poor doggo's going to get it. We just need to find those Death Runners, though, because that's like, you know, a more or less 1,000 gold. All right, there they are. We can pull these doggos back now. We can get all the gun teams just going after him. Great. All right, so we're moving. We're moving and grooving. We got some doggos here that perhaps we could go after, so let's go ahead and try and route them off. Haunter, go up, and Celestra can start making her way towards the formation. And the bats are doing the work. And once we get those Death Runners broken, we can then chase them off, right? Morngul's, doggos. These doggos need to go up and around probably, so let's go ahead and pull you guys around the back here. Alright, so far so good. I mean, we've killed a couple units. Sloster's going to get into the cookie jar and really start to cause some problems. This map has like some natural terrain, which is really unforgiving for us. So we're going to move Sloster in and get ready to party. Alright, so those Death Runners are probably near death here. We'll go charge them, chase them down. Now we can bring the gun bats here and here, and the zombies can just basically start moving up. Yeah, those poor dogs are going to get the business. Sloster is going to be quite mean for sure, and let's go ahead and have some fun and use the dreaded Kraken's pull right here. Let's wait till we're a little bit more blobbed up. We'll use the Knights Errant to shut down the mortars, so they'll get in there and get the Morngul Haunters moving in. Morngul's moving in as well, and these Mornguls can go after these clan rats. Very good. So in the backfield, we can start shooting them. Let's get the Knights Errant moving in there. In Slostra, we do have the Tide Call, so we can go ahead and do that right down the pipe here. Arcane Conduit as well. Zombies moving in, and good. So we've gotten in. Warpfire Throwers will do some damage for sure, but it's not a huge deal to be honest. Yeah, Warpfire Throwers need to go here. Bats, kill them. Kill them. Kill them, mannequin. Alright, so we have the doggos. These guys are lurking around the back, so we need to get them in position. The damn zombies are so freaking slow. They're eventually getting in there. Alright, good. So yeah, as long as we shut down the mortars, I don't really care about losing the Knights Errant. It looks like we're working through pretty good. Warpfire Throwers still doing their thing. Looks like, yeah, there's some dogs in the back or something ambushing us. Can't really tell. Alright, gun bats, let's move them over, and these hounds can go and chase down, or prepare to chase down some of these tools here. Probably need to pull you back, or actually use Potion of Strength. Do this, and then we can get the Kraken's pull right here. So let's do this. Lob that up. Mornguls can move in, and yeah, we should be okay here. Looks good. Let's get all our gun bats to snipe. Look, the dreaded Kraken. Yeah, oh yeah, baby. So this is inspired by your boy Anticity here. He's been using it to pretty good effect, and yeah, it's been inspiring me. So Anticity, big shout out to him. Pretty cool for sure. Oh god, look at the Kraken just whipping shit around, dude. Oh yeah. What do we have, Lord Skrulk there? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we've gotten in there pretty good. All right, so the Morgul Haunter, how you doing? Yep, the gun bats actually massacred that freaking dude there. Oh. So now we escort him off the battlefield, and I think we still have those direwolves just kind of chilling here. So we'll pull them over the top. They can just make sure that all that stuff's gone. And the Skaven got just absolutely space jammed right here. We can do a Tide Call, try and break the leadership. A couple Death Runners in the back. Yeah, they'll kill some infantry, but who cares? It's fine. That's what it's all about. All right, so doggos doing their business here. We can go after the Warpfire Throwers. We can now pull you in, and it looks like we do have some rout ogres here. So we want to actually we can fly over and kill the Death Runners. Death Runners are a bit of a threat. Skrulk is karate chopped. Do we have anything to chase him off? I think we have some hounds standing idle here. Yeah, looks fine. So we'll bring them and position them to deal with Skrulk. Siren Song going down. Death Runner is going to get focused here. That should be good. How's the Morngul Haunter doing? Are these just clan rats and stuff? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the Rat Ogre's not having the best of times. Not having the best of times. Alright, surround. Death Runners are dying to the gun bats. And how's Sloster doing? He's got the Tide Call. I guess we could just Tide Call these summons here, clear them out. Let's get, actually, we don't need all the gun bats there. We can bring a couple to help deal with these ogres, and then also let's get these doggos around the back and have them start chewing on the heels of these ogres. They'll actually do some good damage. Okay, these fights going well. Everything seems to be going to code. And Arcane Conduit, and that's GG. Well played! Yeah, the Kraken, I don't know how much damage it actually did, but the dreaded reserve doggos, I know. Yeah, I actually like that build. I felt like it was pretty good. It was fun. Yeah, because like everybody expects Vampire Coast powder builds nowadays, so I feel like doing like weird ass builds like that can catch people off guard. Yeah. All right, so looking here, Sloster got 2,200. Haunter did okay. Morngul's all did fine. Bats probably did really well. Yeah, some nice sniping there. Yeah, Sloster just kind of crumbled that army. Catching the Death Runners in open field was a big hit for him for sure, and then killing the mortars quickly with Sloster before they could even pay for themselves. That doesn't happen often, but doing that was quite nice. Double explosion. If that was you, then yeah, you did display me. GG, man. It was a fun game. Yeah, losing the Death Runners early, that really hurt for sure. That's a big loss. I assume you probably vanguarded one of them behind, like to kill my artillery, but when there was no artillery, they were kind of out of position. Yeah. Yeah. That actually looks stronger than... Lord of Vampires is, like, safe, for sure, though. Like, a good pistol summon, like, zombie summons on top of things is, like, really powerful. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, guys. So now it's time for the dreaded FFA. So if you guys would like to play in the FFA, the password is going to be 1, 2, 3, and a 4. So Torino FFA, and password is 1, 2, 3, 4. Come join, come have some fun. This will be probably the capstone of the stream. Depending on how quick it is, we can do 2. We will see. So FFA. Open up some slots. So this is my favorite FFA build right now. Yeah, no, double explosion for sure. It catches people. Man, Pone got in here so quick. Holy shit. Thank you, Schmandolf. Appreciate it. Touched by the mullet. You've been blessed. So we got Loopy. We got Tibbs. Rocketo Pools. Let's do like, yeah, there's this like weird ass rest here. So I don't want to just use the same Lizardman build every single time we do an FFA. But let's get the screen blocker. Wookiee is back. You know, double explosion, if you had not lost the Death Runners and your other ones hadn't been vanguarded, you certainly could have put up a pretty good fight. But yeah, it was certainly like your build was... And on that same note, you had Warp Fire Throwers, which are pretty good against Rush. So, you know, you had some tools for sure. But yeah, losing the Death Runners and having the other ones be out of position, that's like 2,000 gold you're fighting without. Yeah. So... Sounds good, Ice Power. I think I saw you playing in a game too. All right, so let's go ahead and do. What can we do like a really fun build with? I mean, we got Empire, we got Coast from Pone. Let's do Dark Elves. I never play Dark Elves, and pretty much every time I do in an FFA, I lose with them. But this is where heroes are made. Salamanders and Fire Slan, that's actually pretty fun. I'm not going to bring Marathi, because Marathi is brought every single game. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. On unit caps, just so people don't bring freaking campaign units. Alright, that looks good. What do you have, Empire? Okay. I'm doing a very strange build, guys. I don't know how it'll do, but we will see. Probably want someone with some healing at least, though. Could go with like a Lokir Fellheart. That could actually be fun. Lokir's not the best lord in the game, but he's certainly not terrible. Well, he's pretty bad, actually, yeah. He only heals when he's in melee, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, it's fine. Marathi is hands down like one of the best FFA lords. Ephraim Va, ever since I became a channel member, I've been hearing whispers at night. What gives? I can't speak to it, man. You have to speak to Wookiee about that. It's probably him. Wookiee is like the scourge of my sleep schedule. Like it'll be like 3 a.m. I'm sleeping and he just starts like barking for no reason. And we go out and it turns out he's just like tormenting our other dog. Or, you know, I won't notice that he slipped into the bedroom before we go to bed. He crawls into the far back corner under our bed, which is raised, and he just licks his lips and smacks his lips like all night. And it's like, oh my god, he's such a scourge. Wookiee is just like literally an unholy terror. All right. We're going like old school here. Taking it back to the old school. What kind of a caster do we want? Or fire is always fun. We have burning heads. We definitely want some vortexes. That's probably fine. All right, I'm pleased with that. I'm always waiting turn. All right. What else do we want? A couple of you guys. You get some of them. All right, this build is very weird. This is a strange ass build, but we're just gonna go for it because screw it. Like this is not what you would expect in FFA. All right, let's do it. We deserve 2 FFAs? Sure, I can do that. I could probably do that. Yeah. It's kind of Low-Kier themed. Like, it has some Corsairs in it, but it's not like all Low-Kier themed. It's like this is just like a weird build. I don't know. It's not terribly exciting, to be honest. Pwn is always waiting and watching, dude. Yeah. He's always waiting. Always watching. Yeah, guys, it's been a fun run today. We might stream tomorrow. So actually, some exciting news. Next weekend, Supreme Sorceress is quite strong. Next weekend, I'm actually moving, so I'm not going to be able to stream next weekend because we found a house actually, which I'll be able to have like my own little YouTube lair where I can like record. But yeah, we're moving next weekend, so it's going to be a big move. We're quite excited. I'll have better internet. The internet in that area is much stronger, so I'm very excited. We're just moving up the coast to like a little beach town that's like a kind of a small city. So yeah, I'm so excited. A box and FFA? No, it's not a box. No. So next weekend, we're moving. It's happening. Who could bring a big Air Force here? Maybe Loopy. Loopy might come in with like a bunch of Phoenixes or something. That would actually be pretty crazy. But I should be back online with like streaming like by like Tuesday or Wednesday that week. We're moving on Saturday and Sunday. Misha, yeah. It'll be a YouTube lair and a man cave. So it'll have like it'll have my whole recording set up. I'll actually like have a webcam set up so I can like use show you guys things with like a face cam and show you my miniatures. There'll be a Warhammer table in there for painting, and it's just going to be like the ultimate nerd cave. Yeah. Misha. I appreciate it, Misha. So yeah, very excited for that. House tour? No, probably not. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have internet till Monday. I'm not sure if they can come on the weekend and like do it all since we're moving in on Saturday, but so excited. So excited. It's like one of my favorite cities. I grew up there, so it's like, yeah, it's my favorite. I'm so excited. I want to play tabletop so bad. I miss playing tabletop. More Magic? I could do Magic. Yeah, you know, while I have you guys here, it'd be interesting to get some opinions. So basically, there's a lot of other games I like potentially would want to cover. So potentially Diablo 4, Magic the Gathering, you know, all these different things. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And yes, I can do them on this channel. But I was wondering if like, what do you guys think if I just did it on a second platform? So I thought about making a Twitch channel, not for any Total War content, but a Twitch channel where I just like stream shit. Like that's off content. So like, for example, if anybody wants to watch like me do Valheim, Diablo 4, you know, all these different things, I would just do it on like a Twitch channel and just stream. It's really easy to set up. Because I as my hand's been getting healthier, I've been thinking more and more about doing that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I want to keep this channel focused on Total War for sure. Occasionally tickling the pickle of other content, but I don't know. My favorite historical Total War, or the older one, I really liked Shogun 2. Shogun 2 was like my favorite. I really liked the original Rome as well. But yeah. I thought about making a Twitch channel for other off-content games called the Mad Mullet, where I just like stream with my mullet and play other games once I get it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, just something. Anyways, guys, this is a Dark Shard build. So basically, it's just like Dark Shards with like an infantry wall. It's just like a brick build. Just a one giant brick of Dark Elves, which might have some good stopping power. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to like... I feel like I'm going to die to like one Burning Head or something. We got the Corsairs. We have Witch Elves as well. The deployment zone here is freakishly small. We have Loki on a Dragon because he just looks super badass. And we have a Fire Sorceress. The Corsairs are here in case we have some harder infantry to fight. And the spears are on the flanks. Yeah, there we go. And looks fine. I don't really have room to deploy, but that's not a problem. Yeah. Hey, Turin! Fellow Oceanside Californian here. Right on, man. Alexander, cheers. Hope you're doing well. Transitioning more and more to multiplayer. What communities do you recommend? Join the Discord. The multiplayer Discord I have, it's a really good place to get into tournaments, and then from there you can find other Discord communities that are really awesome, because we have a resources section where you can like join clans, you can find other content creators Discords. So if one of the mods could drop a link to the Discord, that'd be helpful. You'd watch either way? Cool. Appreciate that, guys. So yes, we have the High elves over here. We would honestly be very good against this army because it looks like they're heavy cavalry and we just have like... But the greenskins are here too. And that looks like Pone, and knowing Pone, he'll probably want to attack me. So I'm just going to kind of square up like so. The big thing in FFA is making sure you don't get surrounded. Like, I don't mind just fighting, you know, Pone Dog here. But he probably wouldn't want to fight me because, yeah, the Empire is going for Pone. That's good. Because so we could go fight Loopy if we want to, or we could just sandwich Professor Pone, which I think sounds like a good idea. Yeah, so let's move away. Yeah, it's a Dark Shard build. Holy shit. Oh my god, a Burning Head. Well, good thing I moved. Okay. There was a Burning Head, but it only killed one Dark Shard, which is fine. And we can shoot. We can start juking. Lokir is a little bit slow on the dragon to juke. It's fine. Oh my god, where did that Burning Head come from? Loopy must have like a... Where the fuck did that Burning Head come from? Did I did not cast that. I'm just all confused right now. Yeah, look, Pone's coming for me. Which is a little bit unfortunate, because Loopy might sandwich me with Dragon Princes. Looks like he's just chilling over there. Who the hell cast that? That is trippy. Alright, so let's get these guys here, Let's get some Witch Elves up to prepare to rampage. And we can get the remaining Dark Shards to start pounding in. Okay, Goblins are moving in, which is fine. We can get Corsairs to go engage those Goblins, actually. And Lokir can come in and fight this Arachnarok Spider. We're going to rampage it with Witch Elves. That's kind of the game plan here. So let's go ahead and hammer this guy down. Corsairs move in. And yeah, now we got to watch out for backfield pressure. And you guys can move up as well. So we should kill this very, very quickly, this big beastie here. Pop the Dreaded Duelist. We do have the Burning Head, but let's go ahead and pop the Flaming Sword of Ruin on this whole engagement here. Come on, Lokir. You have one job, and it's just not to die, basically. Burning Head, so let's move up. Move back here. Oh my god, I'm just like getting nuked by magic from like 3 players here. Spears, and yep. Okay, that's fine. We dodged that for the most part. Alright, so crisis averted. We're getting a shitload of points. One spider is dead. We'll go ahead and focus the other one now. Yep, we killed one spider. Burning Head did almost no damage. But now the heavy cavalry of the High Elves are coming for us, which is really, really scary, actually. So we just need to get a ton of points here, basically. We need to get so far ahead on points fighting. Yeah, Empire's slamming into the back of these units. Yeah, shit, all this heavy cav. So let's get our archers. Let's move you. Alright, very good. So let's go ahead and start shooting them. We got Spears Brace. We got Witch Elves back here. It could be far worse. Let's move some Spears. Lokir comes back into here and helps deal with some Princes. The Burning Head didn't do that much damage, which is good. Alright, no problem. So yeah, we're getting some good points, for sure. Ooh, man, Pone's really just trying to kill me. Come on, if we can rampage them, that'd be really good, huh? Move Spears in. Get the Firing Concaves down to them, and we can go ahead and cast a Flaming Sword of Ruin, but do we have anywhere we want to use it? Not really. Looks like it's Grimgore in there. Yeah, Empire Heavy Cap's coming down from the hill, though. I can't stop all the pressure. Lokir's getting some good work in. As long as he survives, that'd be cool. Okay, they're rampage. Let's just shoot them. That's free real estate, basically. Lokir can come over there. We just need to get points, because I know I can't defeat everyone, but if I can just get some points, that would be nice. So, Flaming Sword of Ruin on our archers. Looks like Grimgore's going ham. We have Burning Heads, but not really too many good targets. Let's go ahead and brace here if we can. Yeah, okay, there's far too much. We need to actually, like, pull down the hill here, if we can. Like, try and get some infantry holding, get Lokir back, and maybe get some breath attacks here if we can. It's very messy. Where do we want a breath attack? Yeah, we can do the Princess, it's fine. Okay, Dark Shards, retreat, cast a retreat. Breath attack going in. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, killed a couple models. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but, you know, I'll take it. Ooh, yeah, those are my infantry mostly. Nice Burning Head on my opponent's part. Alright, so we're pulling back. We are doing very, very well on points, but we need to, like, let the other players kind of fight while we're in a safe-ish position. So let's go ahead and set you guys up back here, like so. Lokir can fight in the trees. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure coming in, guys. Do you have any infantry back here? Not really. Spears are kind of fighting. Like, I kind of want to go fight the Princes here, but, like, on that same note, that's a lot of Dragon Princes, but I guess we just try. Can't Burning Head him, really. Yeah, Lokir gets in there, and at least Lokir heals in combat, so... Pop the Dreaded Duelist, all that different stuff. Corsair Infantry, pulling in. Yeah, no, we're not going to win. No way. Although we did good, considering we got swarmed by a bunch of players. Yeah, Flaming Sword Ruin actually doesn't help against the freaking Princes. So let's get Lokir out and see if he can be a player as this game goes on. Yeah, Grimgore's coming for me. So we're going to just run away. And let's get our caster back to the Dark Shard's held. Come on. Lokir's up in the sky. Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got some spears here. We can go ahead and Burning Head them. Yeah, it's hard to say. We'll do it right down the pipe of these spearmen here. Breath attack's coming. Yeah, Loopy dodges it, no problem. And the caster is almost dead. We actually have some breath attack opportunities. So we're doing pretty good on points. Let's just kind of fly around, see what kind of fights we can get with Lokir. Burning head, they're burning heads. That's basically what's happening. Come on, caster. Be free. Where can we get breath attacks? That Empire army is mean as hell. We need to make Loopy fight the Empire. Although Empire... We can't let the Empire be the last man standing is the thing. Oh, this is actually a good opportunity here. Alright, Pone, this is vengeance, bro. This is what you get for always hunting me. Making me get all the damage. Oh, Grimgor. Oh. Yes, good, Grimgor, good. Ooh, we got some big points for that shit. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's like rally what little troops we can. Where are you guys at? Can we like make a new Haggard Legion in the forest? So I want these Grimgor points. I don't want anyone else to get them. So if we have any troops that can like jump in on these spears here, let's degroup them so they're not like buggy when they move, and then we can go ahead and attack Grimgor as well. All right, so we got Dread Spears moving in, or Dread Swords, or Bleak Swords. They're all Dread this or that. We'll let the High Elves in the Empire fight, and we just farm Grimgor for points. And we have enough for a Burning Head. You know, we could actually move over here and see if we can like get one in this fight. Yeah, the Empire's taking a lot of damage. There's still actually a chance we could be the last man standing. Move around the back here. Okay, I actually like the Dark Shards this game. Dark Shards were really good. They killed the 2 spiders really quick. Certainly paid for themselves. And now we're getting points off Grimgor. Finish him Lokir. And Lokir is healing right now. This is like why I'm mainly doing this. This fight seems like a bit of a crazy battle. Professor Pwned. Yeah, he got Professor Pwned for sure. It's okay. He did a lot. He did some work. But the 2 spiders moving into a Dark Shard line is going to be really tough for anyone. Oh, Loopy has bolt throwers too. Okay, that's actually some value we could go get once we kill Grimgor. Yep, Grimgor gave us another couple hundred points here. Loopy's coming for us, I think. So we just let the Empire... Volkmar needs to get busy here. We need to run with these. Are we not going to be able to kill these spearmen? We should be able to, Jesus. And Grimgor is still not shattered, so we need to get the points from that. Let's get this caster into the trees. Oh, is there something? Okay, Grimgor's dead. We got another 200 points off him. So now we can bring Lokir over. It's a shitload of spearmen. Volkmar is doing his thing. Empire still has demis. Yeah, Empire is going to be a playmaker for sure. We're going to kind of waddle through the forest here. And like so. Chase these guys off. Our Firecaster can build up some Winds of Magic. Pwn was apeshit that game with Grimgor. I didn't notice Grimgor in my lines beating on my caster for quite some time. Alright, so we got Imric, and we got the Mage of Fire. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving and grooving. Those bolt throwers are probably going to try and shoot me, so I should probably stay on the low ground so they can't even hit me. Like, I don't need to... Ooh, another Burning Head going down, actually. It looks like did some good damage there. I'm just going to hide in the trees, because there's no point in taking that bolt thrower damage. If they want to come fight me here, they can. Please don't hit me. Of course it hits me. Jesus. Come on. It's like shooting through like 100 trees here. Okay, we juked that shot. Bolt throwers. Okay, we're out of range now, which is good. The Empire has some wagons, it looks like. And Pistoliers are coming into the trees. I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish here. Okay, we can move back here. Move through here. You guys are going to have to fight eventually. God, if Lokir healed while he was freaking like not in combat, like Boris, he would actually not be a piece of shit. The fact that he doesn't heal here is a problem. Yeah, Pwn, for sure, you had very little choice. Although, honestly, you might have been better off turning and fighting the Empire, knowing that Loopy was coming for me. Yeah, what do we have here? Was that a Mage of Fire or something? You know, if he gets, like, overextended in the trees, we might actually be able to get something off this Empire. Loopy's just chilling up on the high ground here. Loopy needs to be last man standing, it looks like. Okay, what do we have? Demis? Oof. Okay, let's like brace in a box here. I don't want to like just give up my infantry. And they're just demis, like one demi unit. Like the spears should be pretty good against them actually. The wagons we need to keep away from Lokir because that actually hurts. The bolt throwers are just shooting into the trees, not doing anything. Loopy just camping. Okay. It's fine. Like, Volkmar should... I guess maybe... Do I fight Volkmar? I mean, I don't feel like I can win this, per se. I could not fight this, or I could try and fight it and get enough points here, and then hope Loopy beats Tibbs. Yeah, all the pistol shots are hitting the trees. That's so funny. Part of me wants to just not fight this, but you know, I suppose we're here. We're gonna... They have way more value than us here. Thankfully, the fact that they're in the trees makes it a little bit of a tricky pickle for him. Lokir can go in, and we're just gonna try and get points here. Move out of the Soulfire Bombardment if we can. Alright, we're getting some damage. Let's go ahead and just pop all our abilities here. Now we need to start going after the demis. So we just need to get points. And then... Oh, don't do that attack animation. That is not the one we want. We have a Flaming Sword of Ruin too. I don't know if there's like anything. Yeah, Lokir is not having a good time in this trade. We'll try and get back up in the sky. Come on, Lokir. Come on. You're a dragon, man. This might scare him off. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, no chance. Not against Volkmar and the wagons. So the problem is now is that the Heil is probably 100% win. There's a lot of points to get here. Oh, that didn't go off. Oh, that's a shame. Come on, Lokir. Oh, the Heils have come to the forest. Look, they're here. Oh, Lokir, no. My mage might come back though. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. I'm really curious about how much value Lokir got. I felt like it wasn't bad that game. I did try and throw ahead. Look, it's still trying to cast to this day. Maybe that caster will come back. 6 leadership. Might be able to get some points off the spearman. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, man, hopefully it's still... Okay, can we... Okay, we can cast. That's good. I can't overcast for some reason, though. It's like all buggy and shit. Oh, he dodged it the last second. Oh no! Imric is coming! Flaming Sword of Ruin! Oh no! No! Well, the Burning Head actually did end up hitting some Empire troops. Yeah, I think it hit a couple like pistoliers and shit. So this should be interesting here. I don't know how well it's gonna go. Volkmar, demis, Soulfire bombardments. Imric is here also though. The wagons still have some ammo. Yeah, I should have just ran. I should have not engaged there and waited for these two to fight, and then I could pick value from the flanks. That was a mistake. I figured maybe Lokir could hold a little bit better, but I guess with the demis, not so much. Yeah, this is like primetime Haggard Volkmar, just terror out shit off the top side of the map. Tibbs might pull this out. Volkmar might carry this. He's still got like a Bright Wizard hiding in the trees. This is just like, this is some shit here. Look at this. It's like spearmen all over the place. Forest battles actually kind of look cool when you're like down on this level, you know? It's like all this like skirmishing going on in the trees, and you know, like a line of pistoliers with some like magic being used. It's super cool looking. So Soulfire Bombardment going down, which is just brutal against these spearmen. And the thing is too, Volkmar can probably just run over the Lore Master. Imric needs to kill him here. Yeah, we'll see. Imric's hot on the tail. He's got his Dragon Lance out. That's not how you use a lance, Imric. You need to couch it. But man, Volkmar's getting worked on though. Lord of Dragons plus the anti-large and charge bonus from Imric. Imric's charge bonus is 135 right now. Yeah, it looks like both players are committing pretty heavily here. Lore Master of Hoeth, Imric, but Imric takes a beating actually. Tibbs might be able to pull this out. Yeah, I actually thought Loopy would, but you have to remember a lot of Loopy's forces too, or the bolt throwers up here are useless. They can't do shit in this corner fight. So yeah, this is pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. Yeah, Empire probably gets this with the wagons piling in. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how well the demis do, but look how buffed up they are. Holy shit. 58, 56, 61, Cascading Fire Cloak, Shield of Faith, Volkmar Terror Routes too. In all these high elf characters. Oh, a big Burning Head going down, but there's not really any targets for it. It will add a leadership discouraging effect to the targets it hits, but the Sons of Sigmar, man. They might do it. They might do it. Yeah, we got a lot of points early, but not quite enough probably to contest. Definitely not at this point, obviously. Tibbs and the Empire Wagon builds are actually really strong in FFA because you're mobile, you're durable, You don't have to take any engagements that you don't want to. Like, mobility builds are probably, if you really want to win an FFA, are probably the way to go. Yeah, probably the way to go. Yeah, I think the Hiles are done for. Imric's broken. The Lore Master of Hoth is broken. There's no way. Imric terror route to a wagon. He did. GG. Well played. If you think it's over, you can just leave the game. I'm just letting him know that, like, you don't have to fight to the bitter end if you think you don't have a chance. I mean, what can Loopy do? I mean, maybe fall back to the bolt throwers, but it's just two out of ammunition bolt throwers. It always warms my heart to see the Sons of Sigmar pulling a glorious victory out. I don't care what format. Yeah, the Mage of Life is dead. The Lore Master of Hoth will die to Volkmar. He's going to get terror routed and run over. And Imric was the only thing against Volkmar that was, like, really good here, right? Wagons disappear. There's no way the Hiles can win this. It's over. The Empire's got it. GG! We'll do one more FFA. Yeah, we got you covered. We'll do one more. Bolt throwers ripping their last shots. Army losses is pretty much like turned off in FFA to, you know, kind of add some spice. What faction should we do next? I should probably do someone with mobility. Oh, no, I have a build. Yep, I got it. I got you covered. So let's look at value. I'm curious about how Lokir did. He got a couple decent breath attacks. Lokir is a bit of a weak lord in general. 2,400, okay. Not great, but, you know, for how much he costs. But Corsairs did fine. Dark Shards, 800, 1,400, 1,200, 1,200. Yeah, so 3 Dark Shards really paid for themselves twice over. But the problem was I was fighting Pwn from the front, and then I was being rear charged by the Hiles from the back. And my army was very immobile, so I didn't really have any way to avoid that. So, yeah. So we got second, which is cool. GG, well played. Tibbs bringing the Sons of Sigmar home. Value here, Imric got 2,000. Prince's got 2,300. Yeah, Prince is really good. Loopy obviously is a solid tournament player, so he's going to have really good micro with those. For Professor Pwn, Grimgor got 1,100. Spider's got not too much. Yeah, Grimgor was his breadwinner for sure with the over 1,000 value. And Volkmar, of course, 2,800. Pretty good. Firecaster, really good burning heads. Wagons always do well. This is like very similar to the wagon build I like to use. It's very strong in FFA. GG, well played. Sigmar bless. All right, so now it's time for some new folks to get in here. We'll do the Troll Country. I'm going to play Warriors of Chaos, and I have a really fun build for you guys this game. 420, praise it, says Tibbs. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's get Wookiee here. The Firecaster did really good. Yeah, the Witch Elves got wrecked for sure, but they're not meant to like take rear charges. They're more to rampage things that push into your front line, but with the Dragon Princes charging in, yes, correct. All right. Cool. So we got spots opening up in the FFA, guys. We'll do it. We will do it indeed. So, I could do a try-hard FFA build, but that's not what we're about right now. We have a very fun build. We got Jay Phoenix in here. Very cool. Do we need to make Wookiee a little bigger? I want this to be an actual surprise to you guys. So Wookiee needs to be more of a Chungus. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Oh my god, this is such fucking... Oh man, okay, so... Okay, I like this. Okay. I like this. Alright, this is fun. This is fine. Oh god, can't you be a little more affordable here, bud? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This build is like an absolute meme. Shetland, no! Password is 1234. Dude, you guys are gonna love this. now Wookiee is officially a great unclean one. Oh man, my build is just dog shit against all these factions. It's just absolutely terrible. Okay, now it's better. When he switched to High Elves, it became a little better. Alright, well, I don't have enough to afford all the cool trinkets here. Okay, okay. Oh man, do we really want that? No, there's cooler magic we could bring. I mean, what do we want to do? Yeah, he keeps switching, so I'm not like sure how we want to approach this. Just do pendulum, it's fine. No, can't afford that. I'm ready. This build is just glory. So, predictions. What do you guys think we're doing with this build? What are your spidey senses? Where doth thy tingle? The Wookiee art is magnificent, I know. Lady Turin made that. She like fused it all together so well. Darth Vegan's like, I jump into the stream and see this monstrosity nightmares, I know. The Great Unclean Chungus, yeah. It's an Urgling. It's an Urgling. Yeah, Wookiee is not a Shih Tzu. He's actually a pug, Affenpinscher, mixed with like a couple other things. He's very much a mutt. Yeah. He's so old, man. Wookiee's like 15. I can't believe he's still going. There's been a couple times in the past like 2 years where the vet has been like, yeah, he won't live another like 6 months, and then like he's just still going. Nurgle build, Hell Cannon spam. All viable ideas, but have we ever seen the dreaded Dragon Ogre build? Shaggoth, baby. Yeah, Misha is the first one to get it, I think. Yeah. Misha, congratulations. You get the prize. Shaggoth spam, baby. So we have Dragon Ogres, Kolek, and I wouldn't call this a legal army for tournament purposes. But you could actually bring this in quick battles, I'm pretty sure, and it would be fine, which is really funny. All right. So we also brought a Shadowcaster because we're going to overcast the Mind Razor just to get a huge damage buff on our blob. It's going to be so fun. Good luck, have fun. So we have Wood Elves here. Screw that shit. We do not want to fight them. We have Skaven. We can go for the Skaven. It's not going to be pretty, but you know, hopefully they have monsters. It's a little bit laggy. This build is so freaking bad. Like, any cheap spears are just gonna dismantle my build. Like, you know? Easy win? Hey, Sarah Stewart, thanks for joining. Your first time on the stream? Well, it's gonna be a good time, I can assure you. Granted, this is the very end of the stream. You might have to go back, but we stream quite a bit. And once I get my new setup and get my streaming like area all set, we'll be going like a lot more in the streaming game. You had this exact build used on you in quick play? That's so funny. Yeah, so, I mean, in tournaments or structured play, your model count needs to be... Okay. Okay. This is interesting. There's no Wood Elves here. I don't like this. I'm immediately going to run, because if they're behind me, I don't want to fight them. And my army is pretty quick. Shaggoths are 60 plus speed. I mean, quick. Air quotes, right? It's a Shaggard build. I love that. Shaggard. Dude, it's Shaggard. All right, let's keep moving. Dude, that's so funny. Oh, man. High elves we can fight. Let's go sandwich the elves here. We need to avoid the Skaven mass vanguard because old one has clearly an Eshin build somewhere, and I will get destroyed by Eshin triads, like massacred. Jay Phoenix has Wild Riders. Oh, is there any bows in this build? You know, we can actually fight this elf build, I think. Are there Skaven? No. Okay, hold on. Do they have any bows? No, this is like a full... Oh, it's an Orion Rush. Okay, I'm more than happy to fight this Wood Elf army, actually. Although, with the frickin' Air Force of Doom here with Falcon, I don't know how interested I am. I also don't know where the frickin'... What's it called is. The Skaven army. Like, it's making me nervous. Rule break. Ben the Barman, rule break. Where is that frickin' Skaven army, dude? It's giving me anxiety. It's like actual Skaven. He brought Eshin, oh, for sure. Okay, a missed breath attack, which is fine. We just need to, like, push up on this army. Because there's a lot of good targets for us here. Although, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to attack the Wood Elves, and then, you know, let's scout the middle. Like, let's see if there's, like, a Skaven force lurking. I need to know where they are. It's giving me stress. So let's just drift over here. They're probably back here somewhere, like, in that big semicircle. God, I wish I had one Marauder Horseman right now. What I would give for that. We can even go cast a Pendulum on this elf army. It's, like, super bunched, so we could punish it. And, like, also the Lord of the Storm is good. So let's get Kolek over here. Yeah, Dragon Ogres aren't the prettiest thing in the world, but they do their part. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Let's even get that. So Kolek will drop Lord of the Storm. Probably a little bit distracted. Oh, a Pendulum and Lord of the Storm going down. That's the static builds for you. Okay, you know what? We can't wait any longer. We gotta get in on some of these points here. Come on, boys. I'm saving up for the Mind Razor. So far, J Phoenix really pulling ahead on points. No surprises. Where is that Skaven army, dude? I know it's behind me. I'm sure Old One just wants to kill me. I'm always the target of preference. Alright, so let's just get in here. Screw it. We're just gonna have some fun. We can keep some... I mean, if the dragons want to land and fight me, that's basically 3 points. Let's just get into these archers and whatnot. No. Oh, I didn't bring Pendulum, that's right. Okay. So we're just gonna circle beat these guys for a minute. Just get some freebies where we can. There are some Silver and Garden here too, so... Alright, so the Wood Elves are coming. I'd like to engage on them. Oh, is there a final transmutation that I didn't notice? That would be so sad. The hell is that shit? Oh my god, are they landing? Did he just land his Lord? Okay, we can definitely fight this. So let's get these Summoners of Rage out and just get them ready to fight against the Elves if they come. Yeah, fine. We're not getting like the best contact on things, which is a little unfortunate. So let's grab one Ogre, have him keep working on those archers, and then the rest of the group can... Yeah, I'm still like really apprehensive because of the Skaven. Like I don't know where they are, so let's get you guys getting in there and swinging. The Elvish Cavalry are right here, so let's go ahead and get on the Wild Hunters. This is good. Kolek needs to come over here as well. So if he stays in combat, I don't know. Okay, we're getting some work in. We're getting some damage, which is good. Still pretty far behind on points, but we have a pretty healthy army, so that's good. Where are the Skaven? Oh, there they are. Okay. Skaven are, like, away from us, which is great. So yeah, we're killing a fair amount of the Wild Hunters of Kurnus. Some of them did get away, but many of the models are being dragged down by our ogres here. It's a shame we have to fight so many spears. That's not what we want to be fighting. Let's abandon the elves here. The high elves are not really worth fighting. Just because they have so many spears and different, decent units there. So we'll just get a Lord of the Storm and we'll go over here. Here we go. That should get us some points. Yep, 1,200 up to about 1,400. Very nice. This is actually a good fight for us. Ooh, it looks like the Wood Elf Lord is dying. Kolek. See if we can get on that dragon. Nope, dragon's up in the sky. So we'll get our actual Shaggoth and go pound out that Branch Wraith, and then we can get everyone else and go here. I still am being really cautious with the Mind Razor. I want to wait for like a big blob fight that I know is going to be consistent. Yep. Shaggoth should be able to kill that Branch Wraith. A lot of spears here. A lot of spears. We don't like that. Alright, so we can go after the Wild Riders here. Shaggoth is very good against Wild Riders. Shaggoths are actually pretty heavily armored, so... yeah, we can do this. Alright, this is good points. This is good points for us here. Like, our big Dragon Ogre blob is moving over. Yep, this is great. Who's this? The Branch Wraith? Yeah, Kolek. Go smash this thing. Might as well use it at this point. Yeah, let's do this. Because we're going to be fighting here for a minute, so we can do this. So check it out. So the whole army here, 110 weapon strength up to 166. I mean, that's a huge force multiplying effect. We should crump anything that comes near us right now. Branch Wraith is here. Wild Riders are broken, so now we can just pile in and fight the Wardens of Sithril, honestly. And this Shaggoth can go ahead and keep beating on the Branch Wraith, and Kolek can just keep doing his thing. Stand your ground. Caster's a little bit low. Can we kill that Branch Wraith? Jesus. And that's Orion? Yeah, I think it's Orion. It's fine. There are some dragons here. I don't want to get surrounded. If we could just like... if I could just finish off Orion with Kolek, that'd be very nice. Yeah, we still don't have the Mind Razor anymore. Okay, so we got a big blow on Orion. Very good. Let's keep going. Let's pull these ogres back. A breath attack coming in. Thankfully, we dodged most of it. And there's still a shit ton of Silver and Guard here. I'm pulling back the ogres. The other Shaggoth broke it. We might want to pull back. Yeah, the dragons look like they want to breath attack us, so I think just pulling back here is a smart play. And if we can isolate Orion, that's money. He's like trapped in spears anyways. Are those dragons actually wanting to land? Kind of looks like it. Okay, let's not let Orion escape. Kolek will hammer him. Hex is going to give it to you. And we can cycle charge a little bit. We can pull here. Get on the Glade Riders. Yeah, now let's let the dragons finish off Orion. That's fine. Because now then we can like counter collapse on the dragons. Surround a little bit. Oh, Sorcerer. The Sorcerer always gets a little bit ahead of himself here. Okay, Kolek, hammer these guys down, which is good. We have Orion's dead. Star of Averlorn. So we could probably disengage now. Yep, Skaven are behind us. We need to get away. Let's pull back. It's fine. Yeah, they just have mass slingers, which are actually pretty punishing against us. I mean, yeah, we have the scaly skin, which gives us like missile resist, but let's let them pepper the high elves a little bit, so we can pull back and around the high elves. We're gonna need the last man standing bonus because our points aren't too good. I think J Phoenix more or less out of the picture with Orion being dead. There's actually some freebies back here. We can go get those. All right, you get that. You get those. Let's head them off here so they can't escape. Here and here. I don't know what the Skaven are doing though. Yeah, we got them all. Points, points, points. Give us points. These are all silver and guard. We have enough for another Mind Razor combo. Yeah, there's a referral link. I think it should be in the description, so you should be able to find that. I don't know if we have a good enough angle of pursuit. We'll try. That high elf army is going to be a little bit tricky to take out. You need to take an angle of pursuit. I want the Skaven to start fighting them. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what the Skaven are doing. Yeah, we're very slow. We could use... No, we don't have Melkos or anything. I could get the Smoke and Mirrors buff to make my ogres a little bit faster, but... You know what? Definitely not worth it chasing those guys, because they're just so much faster than us. Yeah, it's fine. Let's pull back here. So let's get behind the elves. I don't have Lord of the Storm Man. A pendulum. What I would do for a pendulum right now. Yeah, that's a pretty healthy army. Larry was able to get some big heals. We could just, you know, while the dragons are out of position, we could just sacrifice one dragon ogre here. Oh, he's going after the caster. Okay, that's actually fine. If he lands and tries to snipe something, that would be a mistake, I think. Because if we get us around, he just basically loses the game. Yep, okay. So now we can get the Shaggy to go in there. Like, we'll get behind them and just start hammering and getting model kills. These ogres, I'm totally fine with them being attacked, because then we can just pile drive this army into the ground, which means the monsters will have no support. Right, so we'll break their brace here. Kolek will come in. We'll get you around the back, you around the front. Caster's here. And I mean, the ogres, yeah, like I said, they're going to do some damage here for sure. That's fine. So we'll just punish this army. Holy shit, the Skaven has like a Dread Legion here. Is he just sitting and watching? Sure looks like it. Alright, we'll Mind Razor this just to get the extra stopping power. Oh, we have a Chain Lightning too, that's super clutch. Alright, so we should dunk on these Silver and Guard. This is a lot of points too. Yep, very good. We'll surround him. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we did lose one ogre unit, which, yeah, they kind of just got dunked on, but it's fine. Yeah, what are the Skaven even doing, man? They're just chilling over there. They're just chilling. We got some, what, Gutter Runners? So let's just chase the Silver and Guard off for points. These ones, oh, they're shattered. So shattered units don't yield points, but broken units do. So you want to typically chase those off. Yeah. Go. Oh, the Ashen Sorcerer is here. He's like challenging me. How fast is he? He's got 42 speed. All right, so he's a little bit slower. I don't need to chase those Silver and Guard. What are they coming with? Okay, Ashen Triads, we need to regroup. Yeah, we need to regroup. Because how much is the Mind Razor to overcast? It's 9 base. I think I have enough to recast it. We maybe could get a tear up. Death Runners, Ashen Triads. Shit, that is a scary force, man. High Elves could be last man standing, though, too. Alright, so let's just wait for the Mind Razor to come off cooldown. I could technically kite them. I'm going to try and wait for the Elves to come back. If the Elves, when the Elves come back, we can go for a big battle to decide this. I'm surprised our army's still alive, too, I have to admit. Okay, so overcasting that, yeah, we have enough. How much is that? 16? Yeah, 16. That's what I thought. So I don't mind taking the initial charge into the Skaven. Like, just go kill these, like, Vixturn's Death Squad real quick. This is, like, going to be some good shit. And then the High Elves are going to cast some magic there, which should help. But I'm going to save the big overcast until, Alright, stand your ground. It's fine. Let's pull back. Kolek needs to get back. Oh my god, it's the fucking, excuse my language. It's the shadow thing. Oh my god, what a meme that is, huh? So the ogres seem to be doing okay. They're crumping away. I'm still waiting for the High Elves to get involved. That's why I'm pulling my Shaggots back. Can group them in 2. And yeah, we're getting points, which is nice. But we should pull back at this point. Let the big, yeah, the dragons are just going for the scraps in the back. We'll pull back. We'll pull back. We're still pretty healthy. We did some good damage. If we can get like some of their infantry to overextend on us, He's using the Pit of the Shadows ability. I love it. What a hero. Yeah, I don't think it does anything to these type of units, though, which is unfortunate. Let's move around. Still got gutter runners chasing us. All sorts of shit. The high elf ground forces should be in a little bit of trouble. Alright, so we got some gutter runners chasing here. Hopefully we can just crump a couple. Let's splat some rats. Let's whack-a-mole these rats here. Yep, we got a bunch of gutter runners down. Very nice. Good. Give us those points. Yeah, Falcon's pretty far ahead on points. The only way we can win is if we're last man standing. Alright, let's split up. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I just kind of tickled the ogre there in the back. The rats are pulling back. Do the high elves have any, like... Oh, they have some silver. You know what we need to do is go kill the silver and guard. Because then if the high elves don't land, they'll take a penalty. So, because otherwise they're just going to sit up in the sky and never fight. So we're going to go just kill his silver and guard off, which is fine. And then he's going to have to land and fight the Skaven army with Deathmaster, or he'll have to fight my force. Jay Phoenix saying, please, I just want to kill one Skaven. Because this is the last, right? So you'll see the air penalty will come in. And then there will be a huge leadership tank unless they land, and that can honestly lose them the game. Because we can take the Skaven army, I think. We have a lot of Winds of Magic saved. Yeah. Let's get them off the map. I don't think high elves have any other troops. We need to make sure to get them off. Off you go. Off you go. So now they'll attack gutter runners. They'll attack what they can, but... Yep, there it is. Without units on the ground. So now there's a constant leadership debuff, which I actually think should be made much stronger, because it's a very, you know, not hardcore. Star Dragon, 2,800 value, pretty good, and then 3,700. Yeah, clearly Falcon has gotten a lot of value on a number of assets here. But if the dragons don't land soon, they're gonna die to leadership, basically, right? So we could even kite back if we want to. Just, you know, see where they're gonna land. Try and prepare surrounds. Because the leadership is just ebbing and flowing, right? So we can go ahead and attack here with these ogres. We get you in the front, you around the back, Shagath here as well. You guys around the back as well, and now we can go ahead and do the big business, right? Which is the Mind Razor. So you can see immediately Kolek and company are going to just take these guys to Pound Town. These ogres will trap and prevent an escape. We can move in like this. Summoners of Rage can move in here. I think we're doing well. The Mage of Fire is almost dead. We have enough for an enfeebling foe too, which is probably a good choice, so we'll do that in the Star Dragon. Oh, Kolek just giving the dirty to this dragon. Finish it. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go. Ogres, come in. This is where heroes are made. Okay, that dragon shattered. No reason to go after it. Yep, looks good. Looks good. We're taking them to Pound Town. By killing his ground forces, we forced them to land and fight us. Otherwise, leadership, yeah, man. Oh, this is so many points. We definitely win this one. Oh, God, give us the points. Because even if the Skaven beat us, they don't have enough points to get back from that. Oh, God! The Shagath destruction! Oh, Larry. Oh, God. Brutality! Damn, son! Damn, you just got baptized. Hey, thank you for the donation. Hey, Turin, would you ever do a video on how to build an epic Total War PC? Dude, I have no idea how to build PCs. Whenever I get to the point where I need to do that, Italian Spartacus just basically helps me out. I have no idea, so... That was straight up Pound Town right there. Oh no, he's going after my caster. Poor guy. Well, we're probably not going to last too much longer, so let's go after the Death Runners and just use a enfeebling foe to butter him up. And see what we can do. So yeah, that should help us. Caster, we can hide in the trees. See if he'll survive, maybe. Who knows? So at this point, it doesn't really matter. Although we do have a fair amount of points to give, but as long as we get some back... Yeah, Skaven are going to kill us, probably. This is Deathmaster. So let's see if we can goon out Deathmaster. One last hoorah. Yeah, no, not really. There's too many. Plus they have the halberd rats. I don't think they're going to get enough points, so... Oh shit, neither will I, though. Falcon's going to win. Oh no! I didn't even think of that! Oh no! I needed more points. I should have been more careful. Oh no! Well, that's that. Falcon wins that shit for sure. Unless I can scrap out a couple more points here. I don't know. The Shagath is what, 28 leadership? Alright, let's go try and scrap some points, man. However we can. Maybe some Shaggies will come back. Alright, we need to get like 200 more points. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even see that. Let's go. Come on, get him. Shaggies, I need some of you to come back. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Let's go after these gutter runners. Come on. 200 more points. Yes, Shagath. Give us the points, precious. Pull back. Pull back. Take him to town. Come on, give us the 200 points. We're so close. Okay, okay. This is promising. This is promising. The caster's back. The Shaggists are back. We're getting some value where we can. Let's pull you back into the trees. And just try and rally some forces. Oh, no. Okay. This is stressful. Let's try and rally some guys. Oh, no. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay. Oh, that was a stressful one. All right, we can just go fight Deathmaster now. See if we can get him. Get a little beating on the rat. Oh, man, that was close. Hey, look at that. We actually hit him. That's cool. He is slippery, though. I think he's a slippery little rat. Oh, boy, that was actually like a panic. You know, I was like, oh, we're going to lose. There you go. Dude, Deathmaster's getting worked on by the Shaggoth. Oh my god, we're up to like 14,000 now? Okay, I guess I shouldn't have worried as much. Can we get a terror out on this guy? Could that be arranged? Is he giving me an honorable duel? I'm not sure. Oh, look at Falcon in chat. He's like, no. Come on, Shaggoth. Chaos Gods are watching. Hey, 3,700 value on that Shaggoth. He deserves some stuff. All right, guys. We'll call that the Shaggard build. Because I think that title alone deserves a cast. Falcon, man. Holy shit, that was close. I thought you were going to win, too. I realized it at the last second. That, like, I'm like, wait a second. I'm not going to survive. The Skaven are going to kill me. Oh. All right. Kolek, almost 4,000 value. His little brother, 37. 8,900, 2,000. 3,500 on the Summoners of Rage. That was probably mostly the Chain Lightning. So good. For Falcon's army, he did 4,200 on his Fire Mage. Holy shit, those Burning Heads and Breaths must have been really good. 31 on the Star Dragon. Sylvain did fine. Archers kind of got shit on, but you know, the rest of the build did really, really good. Deathmaster, 1,400. Wow. Wow, what? 3,000 value on this Eshin Sorcerer? Man, the old one doing the Skaven proud. What a champ. Yeah, the Death Runners definitely didn't do too hot, but yeah, dude, the freaking Eshin Sorcerer. And now for Jay Phoenix. Jay Phoenix kind of got surrounded and 2v1'd a little bit, but despite that, they did very, very good. 29, 1,100. Yeah. Well played. Basically a Mel Gibson rush, which we always love here on the channel. Chest. Top shot. Lady Turn saying hi. All right, guys. So that is it for today's stream. To close it out, we can take a look here at the introductory graph. For anyone who joined late, you can definitely go back and watch these games. But Azhag will be advancing in the Legendary Lords tournament, as will Drycha. And Repanse, as well as Tretch, Craven's Hail will be eliminated from today's group. So I just want to take a moment. Thank you guys all for joining. Thank you to the mods. I saw you guys dropping the hammer today in some very necessary situations. So thank you. Really appreciate that. And yeah, really appreciate it, guys. Also, we have some new members on the channel. Let's take a look at that. So we have donations coming in from JP87, Schmandolf. We have Alexander Freeman, my California local buddy here. Ephraim Va, Austin Cool, Schmandolf, Philip, Captain Grimbllock with look at this super chat every time. Yeah, the Nickelback reference, dude, aces. Schmandolf again, Kazran Chevalier, Frostlight. Thank you guys all so much. And also, again, shout out to the new members here on the channel. If you guys are wondering, the membership is basically like the join button, same as Twitch. It's like a subscriber. It does help out quite a bit. So Angel and Sean, thank you guys for joining the Dukes of Haggard. And yeah, that's it for today. Tretch did great. Yes, my wife is Polish. The great Lady Turin. When are you going to cast the big NFFA? Oh, I don't know. Gojir, I have like 100 replays in my folder. I've been getting backlogged. Yeah, it's been wild. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time, yeah? Take care. Stay safe. Maybe a stream tomorrow, maybe not. We will see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.